we're on.
Yep, exactly.
All right, we're live.
Brent, but not the hot one. All right. The rest of the guys in Patreon, like I said, please hop over to Truth in the Dark, and that's how we're going to salvage this bad boy. So it looks like most people have made the jump, but I don't want to leave until everyone on Patreon can see it. And they can find it. So if not, I will. So if you guys have found it, continue to hop off Patreon so I can see how many people are left.
It's on.
Yeah, but I'm just making sure everyone on Patreon before I just hop off Patreon and leave them hanging, since everyone from Patreon's done such a good job. Again, if like Bacon Forge says it's not showing up. So again, if you get on the live, hop off Patreon. So that way, everyone that's still on Patreon, we can help find it. So it is, go to YouTube, Truth in the Dark, go to the live tab, and you should see our thumbnail on that live tab. Bacon Forge, let me know if you can find it.
All right, it says recording in progress, so we should be good.
Okay. All right. The next thing I'm going to do real quick, guys, is to try to pull some people in here. I'm going to go live on Instagram right now and see if we can't pull some more people in. So if I get back and anyone's still in there and Patreon, I will help you out. So hopefully we'll see you. Hopefully we'll see you there. Come over here. Going to tier 1 Instagram. And we're going to go live there.
All right, we should be ready for Instagram videos.
All right. Thank you, Drew. You know, it has been... It's been so long since I went live on Instagram. There it is.
Enos Armory says, don't worry, Sean Ryan did a live cast last week and it was an unwatchable crap show. You're doing 1,000% better. Thank you for those words of encouragement. Sean will get better. He's got a lot of resources.
For sure. Hey, what's going on, Instagram? I just want to let you guys know, hey, if you were watching our Thursday night live tonight, we got kicked off due to YouTube because of a ridiculous video that showed a principal taking down a gunman, and they're like, and then YouTube's algorithm and brilliance, they said, hey, there's a gun in that video. Let's ban this person. So we're banned from lives for the next 72 hours. Yes, I did what's the word called? Tried to protest it, but something tells me I never win those protests, even though this is as crazy as it gets. But this is what we're gonna do, guys. Drew has a podcast, Truth in the Dark, and you can't outflank a flanker, as someone on our Patreon said. And our Patreon said, hey, why don't you go live on Drew's YouTube channel?
What a smart move.
And that's exactly what we're doing. So we're still doing a live tonight. We're going over to Truth in the Dark. So if you guys still want to be a part of tonight's YouTube live episode, and you want to see the updates of, did a Delta Force operator get in trouble for the Maduro raid by gambling $32,000 on the success of the raid and winning $400,000? Did that happen? I'll let you know. Rob Oneill's meltdown from having Alex West on the show just this last Monday. We'll break that down. So please come on over to Truth in the Dark for the live. We are live right now. We're trying to get the band back together, so I went live on Instagram to let you guys know. So hopefully I'll see you there. Come over to Truth in the Dark and you will see the Tier 1 podcast live. Yes, I know that's confusing, but that's what's happening. If you guys, some of you guys are just joining, YouTube kicked me off my live on the Tier 1 podcast. So we're going live on my brother Drew's podcast, Truth in the Dark. Go over to Truth in the Dark on YouTube and you will see our live there tonight. Don't worry if you don't have time to go there tonight. As soon as the live is over on Truth in the Dark, we're going to download that episode and we're going to upload it onto the Tier 1 podcast. So nothing's wrong with the channel per se. We're just on a 72-hour live ban. We haven't, the channel didn't get nuked. It isn't going anywhere. So that is what's happening. So please join us over at Truth in the Dark. Hope to see you there in just a little bit. We're on there right now. In fact, I'm making this announcement while other people are watching us live. Thanks, guys. See you there.
Yeah, so someone asked if the super chats are on, and I replied in the chats that no, they're not, because none of y'all watch enough of my episodes. I don't have enough watch hours, so maybe we could rectify that.
You feel bad now?
Yeah. Last week was feel good. This one's a little different.
All right. You know what? We're going to start it like you guys haven't been watching us yap and carry on for the last 5 minutes. From the top.
Let's go.
From the top. Boom.
Here we go.
Where'd he go?
Welcome to the Tier 1 Live podcast. Another Thursday night live edition. It's for the Patriots. Who do we got here? We got Magnet over here filling in the guest seat from Lion Arms. Don't even do finger guns. Don't even say the word. Don't do finger G's. That's what just got us in trouble. So I hate to say it. You can't even plug your business. Over on the couch, we got Joe Williams, former firefighter, paramedic. He works extra hard to keep the power on in California as a, would you call it a lineman or just like a lineman supervisor? What do you want to call it? What do you do?
No, I work on the vegetation side.
The vegetation side. That's right. You keep the trees off the power lines.
Absolutely. It was EMT, not paramedic.
Okay. So I know words matter. Words matter. Okay. I get it.
Big school difference.
I get it. He's also a Patreon member. Like I said, from California. He's out here in Florida. Say, hey, why don't you come on over to the podcast, hang out for a show? And he did just that, which is awesome.
Thanks for having me.
And of course, behind the screens, our technical supervisor, truly making it all happen at the end of the day, my brother, Drew Tucker.
Thanks, guys.
With Truth in the Dark. All right, Drew, here we go. All right. Tonight we have a heck of an episode for you, which I'm glad that we salvaged it. These are definitely some topics that I want to talk about. Hey, since we're having a little bit of an issue and we had to jump over to a different channel, if you guys could like, subscribe, heart, whatever it is you can do to this podcast live right now, it will definitely help draw some more people in so more people can see this podcast. So that being said, giving a few more people a chance. We just went live on Instagram to find the Truth in the Dark channel, which we are piggybacking tonight because of the communist retards at YouTube. You're gonna all right, and there we go. They're gonna kick me off again. I can't help myself. We're piggybacking his channel. We're gonna let some people flow in. Drew, let's go to some Instagram videos. We're not gonna do the principal one, which is what just got us kicked off of YouTube, but I'll at least talk about it. We did the Feel Good podcast 2 weeks ago, and there was this principal that stopped an armed gunman from shooting up his own school. And there they are right there without playing it. He is an Oklahoma principal. And they actually crowned him homecoming king, which is really cool. I thought it was really cool. Those kids, they easily could have made that as a look at me moment. Hey, like it's still my homecoming king. It's still my moment to be homecoming queen. And they crowned their principal who stopped an armed gunman from killing what probably would have been tens of students that day, maiming more and ruining the lives of dozens and dozens.
They might not have been able to be king or queen.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. King or queen may have died that night.
Right.
Like, it's crazy. And so I love it. I love it. They didn't forget him. What a manly thing to do. And I'm tired of this toxic masculinity, and people saying, old white guys are the worst. How many times have you heard that? You know what that guy was?
The savior?
Yeah.
Old white guy.
In the form of an old white guy. It's not a bad thing to be a white person. It's not an old thing to be an old white person. It's a bad thing to be a bad person. Let's bring that back.
Yeah.
Let's bring that back. Regardless of skin color, let's just make it a bad thing to be a bad person. Or an illegal immigrant. If we go to back to that Instagram, there's one more thing that I thought was very manly. And it's a different form of manliness, but it's that preacher. And you have to hear this whole story to understand how. And before we start it, Drew, I think it's more unique because, hey, at the end of the day, Joe, you're not going to get a chance to stop a school shooter. You're just not. Do I think you're capable of doing it or would do it? I do. But the chance of you getting the opportunity to any of us to do that is slim. What this guy does as a man, I actually think we all at one point will have the opportunity to do, yet so few men do this. Go ahead, Drew.
The counter, I said, hey, my room has no running water. She said, I know. And when she said, I know, that ticked me off. I said, what do you mean you know? She said, well, I can't explain it, but it's the only room in the whole place with no running water. I said, young lady, to call you stupid would be to defame the word. I said, you owe your mother an apology for the day you were born. And I just laid her. The words just kept coming. I sat in the seat of the scornful big time. Finally, after a couple minutes, I said, you still there? She said, yeah, I'm still here. I said, you got anything to say? She said, well, since you asked, I got one thing to say. I said, what's that? She said, I go to a Bible college where you come preach every year. I said, hey, you knew I was kidding, right? I mean, I don't need water. Who needs water? She said, Brother Gibbs, I don't have hardly any money, but I pray for your ministry every day, and every month I send a few dollars because I believe in what you're doing. And she started sobbing. She said, I'm so sorry I failed you. I went down to that front desk, literally got on my knees. And I said, listen, what I did to you, I'd never want somebody to do to my wife or daughter. I broke God's heart. I sinned. She said, no, it was my fault. No, I said, it is not your fault. By the way, it doesn't matter what someone else has done. You're to command with love, and your speech is to be always with grace. Those are Bible commands. About a year later, I'm at her home church, and I met her pastor. And he said, you know, a girl in our church said she met you at a motel where she was working. I said, how about that? I mean, sometimes you just try to play stupid, right? Let me see if I can just get out of this. I said, what'd she tell you? Well, just how much she loves you and how she loves praying for you. Wow. I said, that's all she said? He said, yeah. I said, preacher, let me
What's crazy is, and this is the manly part about this that really just humbles me. Like, just, I watch this and it challenges me. He just got away with it. He just got told that young woman told her preacher that I ran into you. He goes, "Oh, what'd she say about me? Just that you're an amazing man, that she prays for you." He got away with it at that point. And that's what most men would do. Me included. I'm not up here casting stones. Sit there and go, whew, dodged that one. But look what he does.
Owned it.
Tell you what I did to her. And I told him the whole story. She didn't tell you any of that? He said, no. He said, Brother Gibbs, when you told her you owe your mother an apology for the day you were born, she doesn't know who her mother is. She has no idea what her birthday is. She doesn't know who her mother or father are. They found her in a... She has nothing except Jesus. And she never complains. I said, Pastor, I want what she's got. What does it take to make you? What does it take to make me? Sometimes it's just rush hour traffic and we're often griping. Sometimes we're watching something on TV and we're often griping. And by the way, be careful where you put your eyes and ears. I don't care what you're watching, which news outlet. They're all griping. And they want you to gripe and be upset about what they're upset about.
That's true.
That's true. They do. They want you to be upset what they're upset about. Man. Oh.
That puts it in perspective.
It really does. It really does. In fact, let's see. I want to go. We ain't got super chats, but that's okay. We still have chats. And here we go. Joe Saunders letting us know 5x5 Drew, all good. Trans Tim Kennedy, as always, the proverbial yo to you. Alex Scott video is up. Okay. It is good. I love it. All right. We are
We do have some super chats from the last
Oh, yeah, we have super chats from the last
situation that I took pictures of.
What do you got, Drew?
Let me zoom in on my little picture, my little smartphone.
Get it.
All right. Solely1234 says, get my email and Matt Tunrose Commander Hugh Care. Question mark. Have you got the email from Matt Tunrose Commander Hugh Care?
Yep. Nick stays in charge of the emails. I'm sure when I ask him about it, he'll know about it.
He says, plus SAS guy I know, Daz said on Rob's interview with Stumpf, Rob manages to change the subject while staying on the subject. It's pretty impressive.
It's a talent. It's truly is a talent of some sort.
He's a masculine word salad. At Sonny Marbury, he says,
Sonny. He was here. He was a Patreon that was right here.
Yeah, we love Sonny. Glad Bo is on, or was going to be. I really enjoyed his episode. Hope y'all are doing good, well, and have a great rest of your weekend. Love y'all guys.
Yeah, that didn't age well, but it's okay. Sonny, there's no way for Sonny to have known. No way for Sonny to have known.
That's it. At Gooch Parmesan says, soft dudes aren't allowed to bet on themselves to win on Poly Market for the Maduro raid? Question?
That's coming up. I got a lot to say about that, but I love where your head's at already with that one.
Says, I thought this was America. We like winners over here. I think Rob snitched. So, thank you, Gooch.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta.
How do you get arrested for that?
I'll let you know.
I had to Google it.
Just another 11B in. Thank you for the love, man. Really appreciate it. Your super chat does not go unseen for the Green Gray Patreon Meetup Fund or beer. Love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Scott wants you to call him.
And Iceman, SCB. Hey, Brent. I heard that your former job is giving out some financial advice on Poly Market.
There it is.
Anything that we can capitalize on this volatile economy. Van Dyke Financial Group gave me their business card.
So it's always tough when you're this close to a breaking story. But as I understand it, his name is Gannon Ken Van Dyke, and so the Van Dyke group. Yeah.
Nice.
So again, I want to make sure that I don't know for sure. That's what people are telling me. We are going to wait a little longer to slap the table on that. So So to ensure that I only have to handle one lawsuit at a time, I will say I'm not absolutely sure. The same way I've been sure on every other exposing episode that I've ever put out, which I'm absolutely sure on, or else I wouldn't have put my name to it. But
I just thought about something, Brent. There's probably very few of my followers on my channel that actually don't watch yours, and they're wondering what in the heck is going on at Truth in the Dark.
that's true. There's got to be a few that are like, "What is going on?"
But
here?
they're looking at you and they're like, "Man, Drew started getting in the gym, growing his beard out." All right, the next super chat is Soli123. He's back in. He says, allergies can be difficult. When did your allergies for punctuality start? Maybe after Rob's allergies to the truth.
Yeah, I am allergic to being on time. It does seem it happened to me later in life. Man, it definitely wasn't I was allergic to when I was in Special Forces or the Delta Force. I'll tell you that.
We got north, south, east, west. Says first bump to your out of town guest, which is no longer with us. My fellow EMT.
We got one. We got an out of town guest that's with us, fellow EMT.
That was Bo a paramedic?
No,
Oh,
18 not go.
Okay. One for you too, Magnet. Thanks for the live tonight, guys. Thank you, north, south, east, west.
All right.
And Soli123 back in. These lives help boost my morale. Helpful given my medical problems. Thanks, and I'm not religious, but I ask for you guys to say a prayer for me. Okay. You got a Soli. You'll be in my prayers tonight.
I love it.
D. Shaw U says, hey, bro, I take it you're not going to be at TTPOA this weekend. Great stuff, man. Keep on keeping on.
Yeah. We pretty much had to decide at one point. The business got busy and decisions had to be made. And it was pretty much in between TTPOA and OTOA, really. I mean, is that pretty much accurate, Drew? I mean, we've done both before, but we really just decided, hey, we can do one or the other, and we can't do both.
Yeah.
And and we just
Traveling stuff.
And both organizations have been great to us. But we do have personal relationships that just run a little deeper with OTOA, and so we stuck with them. So it was absolutely nothing against TTPOA. In fact, TTPOA, Texas Tactical Police Officer Association, has been very good to us, and I do wish we could do both, but it's just not the reality of it.
But them boys got our cigars.
That's right.
They're going to have a good weekend. They're going to have a good weekend. Flowback, thank you so much for the $50. We really appreciate the love. Bright Side of the Moon, $200, man. Thank you so much.
Snuck in a big one before we got kicked off. That's awesome.
We need that on a night with no super chats, man.
Yes.
So thank you so very much.
Yes.
It says, is it possible to give you money and you not give it away?
Not in the foreseeable future, I'll tell you that.
You more than deserve it. That was something special last Thursday doing God's
it
work.
was
It
cool.
really was a nice one. It really was.
It was.
I did talk to Chase Phillips.
Yeah.
He reached out to me, so I did talk to him for a long time yesterday.
Yep. All right. And that is, and just so you guys are tracking, of course, Chase was the one who was getting the gun for an injured veteran who had got shot in the head, fired from his job, hurt while doing mine clearing operations, and just wanted to go shoot with his boys.
Yeah.
And we're making that happen. Some other people, the only reason, a second reason why I bring that up is a lot of people are talking about donating ammo to that guy, which is awesome. And I said, hey, just keep on following us on Patreon, and when I have an address and the time is right, we'll wait for the gun to be en route, and then we can easily send ammo to him. So we will, including the Tier 1 podcast, we are going to get all those boys ammo so they can shoot and have fun as well. We got the sling and the optic as well. Just don't forget about that. Wanted that on top of the gun
And the brace.
Yeah, that's right. And the brace for Texas Oil and Gas, Lone Star Oil and Gas. We're keeping up with it.
The last one, this last super chat of the previous broken YouTube live was from Dwazi. Did I hear another 10,000 night tonight? Did you have a code name at the unit? love Thursday nights now. All right. Did you have a code name at the unit?
Yeah. I'll tell that story.
Panther.
Hey, it's not just the unit. There's and I hesitate to do this because thankfully I get to do this one maybe on a smaller podcast, and it won't blow up my face as much, but it's okay. I can take it. I had nicknames in SF. I had nicknames at the unit. Never flattering. It's not what they were ever meant to be. You don't get to choose your own nickname. You don't get to be like Nizro. Like no one, which is why no one's going to call you that. They're going to call you something like Jizro when you try to make up your own name. So my first nickname was Crash, which wasn't my worst one. It was actually a pretty good one, but I did crash a dirt bike, a four-wheeler, and a GMV in one deployment in Afghanistan. I could explain how they kind of weren't my fault, but they weren't not my fault. So I got the nickname Crash for a while. Then I was on the dive team. They called me Princess, and because they said it took me too long to get ready when we would go out on the town when we were doing team trips.
That tracks.
So I got Princess for a little bit. And then we went to Iraq and we got hit by an IED. And there was this one building that we saw people in, and we're like, it seemed like it was a command wire. There was a command wire IEDs were the big thing. So the first thing we would do is look for buildings that were close enough to be a command wire IED. We saw one, we saw movement. So we took off to go clear that building, and we did find guys in that building, and we detained them. But unfortunately, in the IED, my clear iPro got knocked off, and so when we went to this building to clear it, I didn't have clear iPro, and the building was well lit building, so all of our nods were up, and we went up to this metal gate that kept us from, I think, like from the second or third floor. And I was one with a shotgun. And so when I put the shotgun on this metal gate, I was just getting ready to blast this lock. And then I'm thinking, dang it, I don't have iPro. I don't want this to ricochet back into my eyes. And so right before I pulled the trigger, I did this and pulled it, and it blew open, and we went in. Thought nothing of it. The next day, we're in a mission brief for the next mission we're about to go on. And on the initial slide is someone's helmet camera footage with a picture of me frozen with a shotgun doing this. That's true. Yeah. Which was not the most manly thing to be doing. Yeah. So then I got shotgun for a while. Again, that one wasn't bad. Kind of sounds cool.
Yeah, shotgun sounds cool until you hear the story.
You hear the story, not cool.
It's usually how it works.
Yeah.
That's like mine.
Right. Yeah, right.
I was following around a grown ass man, and they were making fun of me.
Yeah. And I tell you what, I will save my unit nickname for Patreon. We're due for an actual Patreon only live, and you guys remind me, and I'll tell you the story about my unit nickname.
Mine stuck with me since I was 16.
You got that going for you though. At least it stuck with you.
Magnet. It always sticks to something.
Let's see. Hey, Drew, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's bring up the Rob video.
Okay, give
So-
me a second for that one.
Yep, that's fine. It'll take you a second to get to it, but I can
find it again.
Oh yeah, you got to find it again. But that's all right. I can intro this. Of course, we just had Alex West on, and who was on the UBL raid, and we didn't even bring up his name. Jizro's actual name was never even brought up. And so I don't know, of course, Mag, you've been a part of this show for a long time. The allegation that I get from Jizro is he gets really upset whenever I bring up his name, right? And he accuses me of using him for clicks and for attention that I can't get without him. which is crazy because my last video didn't even, we didn't mention his name once. We didn't even mention his name.
He was mad that you didn't, though.
And then, right, didn't even mention his name to be professional.
Right.
And that video is well over 100,000 right now. And here he is talking about me, and his video I don't even think has got 1,000. So, Jizro, let that be a lesson that I actually don't need to use your name to get clicks. For him to say that really is offensive to my guests,
Right.
as if their stories aren't good enough to get attention without him. I mean, it's pretty narcissistic, right? I don't know a better way to say it. And so he's always mad at me, saying that I'm always bringing up his name, and he's only answering or defending himself when I bring up his name. Well, then explain this. I do an episode with another UBL Raider, never even mention your name, and now he's mad that I didn't even mention his name.
You can't win.
Yeah. So it really goes back to it. So everything does have to be about you. It's about you if your name's brought up, and somehow you're going to make it about you when your name isn't brought up.
Sorry, Jezro.
You talk about painting a guy in a corner.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Email us the rules.
I know. It's you're like a bad girlfriend I never had. Like I can't. What do you want? What do you want? Where do you want to go eat? Just tell me where you want to go eat. So let's pull this up. I did find the beginning of it a little interesting, and let's start from there.
Even though I went to Catholic school, I'm pretty new to this. They don't teach you shit in Catholic school, by the way. Like anything else. Hey, did you pay your tuition? Did you put money in the thing when it came around? Make sure the money's in. They follow the money. I'm reading the Bible now, which is weird. I didn't know what the Bible was. There's
gonna be a lot of this, Drew. So you got to be ready for some starts and stops. What do you tell you to do?
Follow the honey.
When to figure out what's the real motivation behind something? Follow the money?
Follow the money. I've heard that before.
Interesting. I've heard that before too. It's so crazy the things he says, and it's ironic. You wanna find out what would make someone be less than truthful about an event? I don't know. I'm going to use your words against you. Follow the money. Follow the book money. Follow the public speaking money. Follow the endorsement money. Let's keep going. So he knows. Just doesn't apply to him.
I'm reading the Apostles, and I'm going into different stuff. I got my Nigerian Bible somewhere back here. Just to read story. You can literally pick it up and read it. If you start with Genesis or Exodus, you're going to get a lot of lineage, a lot of family tree. But why is it... I mean, a lot of it says that demons are fallen angels, right? Lucifer. I mean, even that was a TV show. Pretty good TV, really good TV show. Be careful,
Stay
though, they're charming. But what I was led to
Hold
believe
on.
is that demons are
Hate that
not,
I just
they
talked over
don't
that.
learn.
He said, be careful, demons are charming. Yes, be careful of people who deceive you, and they package it in an entertaining and charming way. He's right again.
That's thought-provoking, Brent.
Follow the money and be careful of deceivers who are entertaining and charming.
Sounds like Pinocchio.
Solid advice. I mean, in fact,
advice.
he's given out the best advice he's ever given.
good stuff.
He just can't connect the ironic dots here. All right, let's keep going.
As they go, they're injected with, or were injected with the truth, and then it's up to them whether or not they lie to you, which is what the demons do. Heard a really cool story from an exorcist about talking to a demon about the Virgin Mary and her greatest achievement and her greatest triumph. Two different things, but a demon corrected an exorcist, letting him know why Mary ascended bodily into heaven. A demon said that. So some of you, Evan, listen up.
What?
Wait, hold on. Now I got to say something to that.
Well, I got one thing to say about that for the beginning is demons have been injected with the truth, but it's up to them of what they do with that truth. You guys let me know if you can figure out what the connections are there as well. Drew, I know you want to jump in.
Well, like
biblically.
other things, my camera has given up the ghost tonight. Yeah, so it's just interesting that the evangelicals are supposed to take note because a demon told someone that Mary ascended into heaven. So evangelicals take note. The demons are teaching the Bible now. I just thought that was funny. What do we got here? Oh, boom. All right. Oh, yeah, get us both in there. Hey, Joe, right here, buddy. Hey. Yeah. Okay. Look at that. Tier 1 problem solving.
Just make sure you do some.
I ain't gonna let that get in our way. I know. I tell you, sometimes he's kind of like a. I've never said the guy wasn't entertaining. Never said that. He's kind of like a more entertaining Kamala Harris, though. I mean, he goes word salad, and it just goes. Let's. Drew, what is he going to say next? I don't know.
I don't know. Just let me know when you want to fast forward to that one spot.
Yeah, I will.
Here we go.
Good shit right there. But wouldn't it be possible
Thanks, Rob.
if demons were of earth and men? Wouldn't it be possible they take human shape and then start talking about the Bible because they know so much about it? Because they do know everything about it. And they do know men are stupid. Shit, I know men are stupid. I don't think I'm a demon or an angel or a prophet. I see people. And I bet I could talk them into shit. And if I knew everything, I could start a power church.
What did you just say you could do?
I could get people to follow.
What did he say? I was chatting.
Just rewind it, Drew. Just see. I know it's going to be a big jump. Do the smallest possible jump you can do. There you go. There you go. What does he say?
Demon or an angel or a prophet. I see people. Okay. And I bet I could talk them into shit. And if I knew.
What do you think it is you could talk people into?
I see people.
I see people.
And I bet you I could talk them into some stuff.
What makes you so confident that you could talk people into things? I don't know. Based off of experience? Interesting. I'm telling you, it's once you start viewing it through that lens, the breadcrumbs are all there. Like he's just laying it out. He just can't figure out that, like, we know you're talking about yourself. He doesn't even realize it, but he's that comfortable, and he can give, ironically enough, good details and good insight because he does it. It's so crazy. We could do this all night. I do mean this on a serious note. I'm glad he's reading the Bible.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You're reading my mind.
I'm glad he's reading the Bible. And
good on you, Rob. If you're listening, good on you, man. Keep it up.
And hey, if you can't take this, this clear, team room banter, Rob's been in plenty of team rooms. He can take it. Rob, I'm glad you're reading the Bible. Drew, does the Bible say anything about honesty and integrity, though?
Yes, a lot of that for sure. A lying tongue, God hates. That's for sure.
So there is a possibility he may run across certain things, and if he has an open heart and open mind towards the truth, that is the best. I can expose him all day long. As long as his heart is hardened, it will do nothing. The Bible, the Word of God, Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit is the only thing that can really bring the proper change in Rob O'Neill's life, and it's not Ibogaine. They can say all the good things they want about it. I don't know enough about it. I'm not here to bash Ibogaine. I don't know enough about it. But I do know enough about the one true thing that will bring peace in your life. And that starts with reading the Bible.
Yeah, and the fruit of that is repentance, which is changing your mind.
Right.
And when you change your mind about your sin and you change your mind about your Lord, then it changes your actions. And if you know you have wronged other people with words and lies, you're supposed to make those things right in lawsuits. Before your Lord and Savior, your Creator, you're supposed to make it right. And you know what? Your brothers in Christ are ready to forgive you and forget it, because that's the old man. It's no longer you who live, but Christ lives within you. And we're good with that.
Absolutely. I said it from the absolute first video, I believe. I still think I can remember the episode. Episode 37, Web of Lies. I told him if he ever came out and took responsibility for this, I would forgive him with open arms and be the first one to go out there and welcome him back into the tier 1 fold. And that offer still stands, lawsuit and all. That offer still stands. It will never be recanted from me, regardless of the fun and the joking that back and forth that we have about it. That is the serious truth about it.
Yeah, buddy.
Drew, let's see. Let's jump ahead to outside of demons and Mary going to heaven on bodily form, which never happened.
It's not perfect, but it's close.
I like a bed. I could face a brick wall and have
I'll make sure I'm in the right spot
All
here.
right, you got it.
I wasn't, so I'm glad I did. Here we go.
a chalk outline of the blind guy with his dog next to him. I don't really care, but that was it. Oh,
He's back.
also, I'm not talking much about. I don't think about it, but there's I am in a lawsuit with another podcast.
Nope, he doesn't think about it, but okay. He just
that,
remembered.
Had
He just
a friend
remembered.
of mine on there from the Bin Laden raid too. I don't know if you saw it. His name is Alex West. Alex West Coast on Instagram. Definitely follow him. Solid guy. It's the
right
first
about
time
that.
I've mentioned his name out loud. Not ever. He was my roommate at D16 in Afghanistan for a long time, and he was on every mission I was on.
Well, hold on.
Pretty
Drew,
cool.
that's
Actually,
actually a lie. I mean, it's not something that is really going to shake the internet that he lied about this, but he was absolutely not at a tier 1 level. Yes, they were both at Red Squadron. They were not on every operation. I won't speak too much for him, but I can tell you, and I'm not just talking about nitpicky, like there was like a certain one-off operation he wasn't on because of helo weights. They were major operations that one was on and one was one was on and one wasn't. But it just goes to, he just has to say these like very dramatic statements that aren't grounded in truth. But to him, it's as long as it makes a good story, he's going to send it. So he can't even start this thing out on the rails of truth. Go ahead, Drew.
yeah, boy, they'll get a lot of views too. Alex is a great dude. His name is out. I'm excited to see how comfortable he is with it. I personally hope more guys from, especially the Bin Laden raid, do tell their part of the story.
No, you don't.
I do want that. It's been 15 years, May 1st,
on.
May 2nd, right?
That's
15 years.
That's an absolute lie. And you know how I know that's a lie?
Because of Matt Bissonnette.
Yeah, there you go. Magnet, check you out. Heck yeah. Because you do have a teammate that talked about the raid and came out and wrote a book about it. And he sits there and he says, I want more people to come out and say, but the one person who did and told the truth, you bash him all the time. So let's say what you really want to say, which is, I hope more of my teammates come out and back my lie. That's really what you should be saying. Just say the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, because he even called Matt's book an illegal book.
Right. And he has said some vile things about Matt, which are just out of bounds if you ask me. And Matt's never gone after Jizro. Matt's always kept it very professional and doesn't say his name. Had an opportunity to really go after him on Sean Ryan. Didn't. Basically, with omittance or with instead of just directly saying this guy said this, but this is what really happened. Stayed away from that. Just said, hey, here's the truth, and everyone else with a half a brain can figure out what Matt is really saying, and what Rob is saying, and what they're saying is different. So no, you don't want more guys to come out and tell that story. All right, go ahead, Drew.
And to add to that, anybody who's ever been, I don't know, alive for a long time and had to deal with people and their different stories, and you listen to the way that Rob tells a story and you listen to the way that Matt tells a story, and someone with experience with hearing adults talk about a situation and one being truthful and one not, it is a perfect fit. The way Matt tells the story is detail, stays on the subject. I mean, it's perfect. It's the way a guy tells a story.
Yeah.
Rob tells a story like something different.
Yeah.
And
I see that comment a lot too. People do, I mean, that's an astute observation, Drew. But other people do notice that. And that is in the comment section of that Sean Ryan
very
show.
clear. And on that Sean, he could have gone point by point and say, hey, look, instead of just saying Rob's book was illegal, those are ad hominem attacks. When you don't have a position to argue from, you just attack the person. They do it in politics all the time. And instead of just taking Matt's story and deconstructing it and saying, well, he said this, that's not what happened, this is what happened, and doing it like that, kind of like you would do someone's book full of lies. He doesn't do that.
Yeah.
So it's telling.
Very
telling.
Very telling. Let's see what else he has to say.
I'd like to hear other guys' stories on it. I know we've heard a couple, and there are 23 different stories on there, not even including the pilots. Man, to get a pilot on here would be sick. I would love to do that. Just hear different versions of different stories, of all the stories, because it'd be good. And I
don't think the pilots were in the stairwell.
About the Bin Laden raid. I hope it comes out. I've told my story, everything that I've done. I know other stuff that happened. That's up to the guys to say what happened, but it will be good for me. I'm not subpoenaing it, well, I wasn't. Okay. It's going to be simple for me because I can actually look at the guys face to face and say, okay, when I killed Bin Laden, where exactly were you physically? Because I know pretty much who was behind me. Pretty much. I know who was in front of me. I know pretty much who was behind me, and I know who went in the house and who didn't go in the house. I know a lot of shit.
Pause it. Here's where it gets really weird, if you ask me. It goes from, hey, I'm just kind of telling my story on this. I'm just kind of rebutting it. And here's where it gets into thinly veiled threats. That's what is about to happen. Listen to what he goes from, different stories. I hope people tell their story. I want more people to come out their story. And now look at his demeanor change and look at this threat. It's what it is.
How do you know who's not in the stack either?
Let's stay on this for a second. Listen to, Drew, I want to hear your take after you hear this. Go ahead.
I know a lot of shit. Not just about this raid. I know a lot of shit. They always say where I know where the bodies were buried. I was everywhere where bodies were buried. It's fun. But yeah, I can just ask guys, cool, where were you exactly when I shot Bin Laden when he was stabbed?
What is that? That to me looked like almost a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde moment, right? Hey, I want everyone to tell their story, everyone to come out their story. Oh, by the way, if you come out and tell your story and it's different than mine, I know where all the bodies are kept. I know where all the bodies are kept. It's fun, isn't it? What was that?
That's crazy. Rob, don't sue me.
What was that?
I mean, I don't want to. I mean, I'll say what first comes to my mind, which isn't always good. Isn't a good thing. The first thing that comes to my mind is you have a guy talking about demons, and then and giving them a confirmation of how evangelicals should listen to these demons tell the right story about Mary, and then to tell the story about the bodies being buried. I know where all the bodies are buried. That's fun. That just gets a little creepy, Brent.
It's creepy. And it is without a doubt. There's Joe, do you, am I crazy? I mean, does that not look like it was a thinly veiled threat that if you're on my side or if not, I got secrets to tell and I'll tell them.
That's exactly what it sounds
like. Is that what it sounded like
Absolutely.
to you? You've been around the block.
A little bit.
You've been in some team rooms yourself. You've worked in small teams and very high risk and high stress situations. Could you imagine at the fire department if you had one of those one-on-one talks with a guy? There's friction going on in the fire department, and he looks at you and tells you that. I mean,
that's
I mean,
nerve-wracking. Yeah.
What is that? And no one else going to pick up on that? David Hookstead, are you not going to pick up on that? Hold on. That's not me calling out David Hookstead by chance.
No, that's just something he would do, right? I mean, that's something he would ask.
I'm just saying, I can't be the only podcaster that saw that and went, "Are you kidding me?"
All right, Brent, I don't know if you can answer this question or not. Was that part of something that a tier 1 team did on a mission? Is bury bodies? Did you guys bury bodies?
No, never buried bodies.
No. So
We left them where they lied. That was a problem. That was a problem for someone else.
So somebody on a special forces team, tier 1, tier 2, whatever, who says, I know where all the bodies are buried. What the heck does that mean?
He's talking about skeletons in the closet, is what he's talking about.
Oh, skeleton in the closet.
Yes. He's definitely saying,
If you come out and say something,
right.
I'm
You
going
didn't
to crush you.
Right. I may not have had a perfect post career, but let me tell you, I know that you didn't have a perfect career on target. And if you come after me, I will tell the world what you did.
Okay, now I see what you're saying. Now I'm sorry, I'm late to the party.
You went a little too literal there, Drew.
I did, but so now I get what you're saying. It's like you're just basically right there admitting that you're full of crap, and if anybody comes out to try to straighten the record, he's got plenty of crap on other people.
I'm gonna have to talk to someone about this, but at some point, I mean, it has to border on intimidation, right? I mean, you can't start intimidating witnesses, and it really sounds like he's talking to people. He's already coupled the subpoena, right?
He said that, yeah.
That
He did
because
that.
knowing that I said I'm going to subpoena people, which I am, of course, I have to. And now he's talking about people are going to have to be subpoenaed. And then he couples it with, I know where all the dead bodies are if you talk. Is that not tampering with witnesses? I'm going to have to make a phone call about...
Israel.
You're badgering the
About
witnesses before the court even starts.
But you know what? I'm not even worried about that. I'm not. Because... if he thinks he can intimidate SEAL Team 6 operators, he can't. They're not intimidated by you, and you can't intimidate them. They're going to go there like men. They're going to put their hand on the Bible, and they're going to tell the truth, and that scares the crap out of them.
And they didn't get to where they were by doing things wrong.
Right. Yep. Let's see what else. See if it gets better. I don't know if it can get any much worse.
Up and they could tell me personally, if I was hosting a podcast and the only thing I had was bashing Rob Oneill and the Bin Laden raid, and I had a guy who was probably number 4 in the room, maybe 5 at most, I would have just asked him, hey, did Oneill kill Bin Laden? But he didn't, because I guess he knows for sure without a doubt. Had a guy there, didn't ask him.
Okay.
I'll answer that for you, Brent. So you don't have to. So you don't have to defend yourself. We did ask him. Was it on camera? And he gave us his answer. And we didn't ask on camera. Brendan didn't ask out of just respect for not putting Alex in a hard spot in a public way, and didn't.
Yeah. I really don't want to talk about that, because if we wanted to talk about that, we would have. And so, Rob, here's actually what I want.
So we didn't bring up Rob Oneill for clicks.
Right. And now again, it goes back to now we've come full circle when we talk about the beginning. He's mad at me if I talk about him, and now he's mad at me if I don't talk about him. Okay? Yeah. So here's my challenge to you, Rob, since Rob thinks he's so smart and he thinks he's going to do this video and he's going to call me out by going, "Why didn't you ask him?" And then he's going to sit back and be like, got him. So here's my rebuttal to you, Rob. Why don't you ask Alex to come on your show and you can ask him?
That's a good idea.
That's a
boom.
Why don't you do that?
Yeah.
Why don't you do that? Why don't you ask other operators that were on the raid and you can ask them? Why don't they come on your show? Interesting. Just a thought I had. Just a thought I had.
I think he needs more clicks on his videos. That's why he's asking people from this podcast to go to his podcast and watch his video.
I know. He's always so concerned about me and my clicks.
Yeah.
My clicks are doing just fine. Rob, in fact, I highly suggest you start doing that because your videos barely get 1,000 views. You need help. You should do that. But I know why they don't come on your show, and I know why you won't get an opportunity to ask any of them. So thanks for your checkmate. But
hey, that's no hit on people out there that barely get 1,000 views on their videos. Okay, you're still doing a good job and putting in the hard work.
Hey, I'm gonna make fun of myself for a second. That's this. What douchey world have we gotten into where
We care about clicks.
we are
I got
talking
more
about
clicks
clicks.
than you.
Right. But again, I bring that up because he brings it up all the time that I need views and I need clicks. So if he's going to bring it up, then I will answer him.
It's still funny listening to a grown man talk about it.
You're damn right it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch him bury himself a little more. In fact, I love it. I love it every time he does this. Every time he opens his mouth, he just buries himself even more. So he's got the shovel out. Let's see if he's going to continue digging.
I guess he's waiting on all the other guys he has. But I would have asked. He didn't. I want to go to court just to reiterate it. I really hope he's dying to get it dismissed. If you talk to the guy, you know who I'm talking about. Implore him, message him or something. Do not dismiss this case. Robert Oneill really wants to go to trial. Do not dismiss this case.
I love the bravado.
Let's do this.
I love the bravado.
All right. Having said that,
Rob's biggest fear in life is that this goes to court. And so I can tell you why he can sit here and he can say things like this. A judge has already written an opinion that he can't move it to New York City because it doesn't warrant the reason to move it out of federal court to New York City. And if it doesn't warrant a reason to move it, it's a very good indicator that it doesn't warrant a reason to even go to court. So the judge is basically signaling, we move it. It ain't even going to go to court. Okay. So he's known from the beginning of this that he was never going to reach defamation.
He wants it to go to court because he spent all this money on a lawyer to go to court.
So it's not going to go to court. So he can sit there and beg and plead, oh, man, I really thought this was going to go to court, knowing the whole time that it never had a chance to go to court. Here's something else.
Look, Brent, it's no different than being out on the ball court and someone's holding their friend back, and they're like, come on. The friend's holding back. Man, if my friend wasn't holding me back, man, I'd come and get you.
Right.
Yeah.
If the court system wasn't holding me back, I would have won. And here's another thing. If he really wanted it to go to court, you would have sued just me because I wanted to go to court. You'd have sued just me. But instead, he complicated it, and he sued two other people that really had nothing to do with this. Tyler Hoover didn't have anything to do with this. I'm the one who did the episode. I'm the one who made all the phone calls. I'm the one who called you out. Tier 1 operator to Tier 1 operator. Poor Jimmy Arnett didn't do anything. It's crazy he even included him into the lawsuit. So if you really wanted to guarantee that this goes to court, you would have sued just me. But now, because I'm not forecasting anything, but I'm telling you, now we have to work on 3 different opinions. And I can tell you my opinion. I'm fighting for this to go to court. So for him to say that I don't want it to go to court, I've said since the beginning, I want this to go to court. I'll go broke over this. I don't care. I don't care. But he says things that have no basis in the truth, and he's been doing it for a long time and getting away with it. But that is about to end. So, Rob, enjoy your time. In fact, I don't want to silence you. I really want you to keep talking. I enjoy it every time you do. Every time you do, you show who you really are. And here's something else that's a big difference between us. he cut this up and put it on his Instagram. And if you were to go to the Instagram fairly early on, where there are a couple hundred comments, and now there's like 1,000, there's a lot of anti-Rob comments out there because he's done himself no favor. He did himself no favors on Andy Stumpf. He did himself no favor in this, and there's a lot of negative comments about it, and he deletes them. And he deletes the comments. So when you go to his section, it looks like everyone's pro Rob and everyone's on the same sheet of music. But that's not the truth. Why do you delete comments, Rob? Why do you delete comments? Interesting. I find that interesting. Let's go over here to the chat. I know you guys, we cannot do super chats, and I know there's going to be a delay here. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go watch a video and give you some time to throw some questions up on the regular chats. Then by the time we're done with the video, we'll come back to the chats and we'll pick some chats to answer. Sound like a plan, Drew? Sounds like a plan. All right. Let's go to a funny one, actually. The Cowboy. Yeah, we'll end up staying on
Gotta make sure this stuff is working right.
Yep,
Okay,
I got it.
Here we go.
You're sound asleep in your bed,
sleep meditation.
sleeping like a baby. All of a sudden, you hear glass break, wakes you up instantly. Think to yourself, someone's trying to get in here. You get up out of bed, you don't even bother throwing your clothes on. Make your way out, no lights, you know your way around. Come out to the living room and you see someone's broken open the window. There's someone in a mask and he's sitting there making his way through the cabinets, looking for valuable stuff.
In fact, because you don't have to turn it to me, just keep it on there.
Well, yeah, but when I do, I don't know if your voice is loud enough.
Okay. Oh, I got you. This is supposed to be a sleep meditation. It's things you think about basically to get you to sleep. So go ahead and close your eyes and let the full experience hit you. Go ahead, Drew.
Oh, crap.
Oh, we're back.
You come up behind him, you say, yeah, top left shelf, buddy. He goes, thank you. Then he slowly turns around, looks you in the eye. He stands up, gets one look at you, and he says, I picked the wrong house tonight, didn't I? You look at him, you say, buddy, don't you know it? Before he can reach for his weapon, you reach over and grab the lamp that your wife bought and you never liked. Gives you a good excuse for it to break. Hit him once over the head and he's down. Say, not in my house, buddy. You toss him your cell phone and you tell him to dial 911. Say, I'll give you two choices, buddy. You can either call the police, come pick you up, or you can call the ambulance. He looks at you, he's shaking. He calls the police. By the time they get there, he's hogtied on the front porch. They roll up and get out the car, take a look at you. I mean, you're butt naked, just standing there. You look at the cops and say, guess I'm doing your job tonight, huh? I'm heading out to bed. You're sound asleep in your bed.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, God.
That's funny.
Unless you're in California. Then
That's
you're going to jail naked.
I love it.
That's great. I almost closed my eyes, but I was scared.
Yeah. That is a great meditation. And it's so ironic because his it's an exciting story, but he says it in such a melancholy, soothing way. I absolutely could meditate to that and fall asleep. The whole scenario that's it's calming. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That'd be weird.
It's calming, okay? But that's loved it.
I'm going to send you a video like that. You can go to sleep. You're welcome.
You could save that one. All right. Drew, pick out some comments if you don't mind.
Well, I think Gus earlier asked if Alex West was PNG'd.
No.
That's right.
No.
Nope.
No. Nor is his name on the Rock of Shame. But there's someone who's both PNG'd and on the Rock of Shame, but he won't tell you that. And you can put it in his comment section, but he'll delete it. Whoever that may be.
Let's see. CBS News is saying Army Master Sergeant Gannon Ken Van Dyke was a communications specialist supporting Joint Special Operations Command. So most likely JCU or OSB.
Yeah. Oh man, that's what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping he's a JSU guy. It would save some face.
Here's Derek says, I've had my comments deleted from another soft channel.
Well, it wouldn't be ours.
No,
I can tell you that. It wouldn't be ours.
we don't delete comments.
Now, I'll say this. I have read comments before that, hey, are you deleting comments?
I have.
And
I've read those.
And I have made comments on my own channel, gone as a reply, gone back there,
Yeah.
and they weren't there.
Yeah.
I don't know what YouTube does sometimes, but those are random deletions, or maybe it didn't, or maybe they're syncing problems. I don't know what they are, but we have never deleted a comment just because I didn't like it and it was negative. And the proof of that is
Last week's comment
is we have negative comments on every episode we've ever put out, and they're there for you to see.
Shut up, Brent. Let the guest talk.
It's a conversational podcast. How many times do I have to say it?
They're so mean.
Gosh, y'all's audio sucks. All right. Holy Fook says, request R18 Delta medics trained in emergency veterinary medicine. And do they carry a canine med kit as well? Or does the dog handler carry it? Are dog handlers trained in vet medicine?
That's a great question.
Yeah, it is.
Holy Fook. 18 Deltas, yes, are trained in emergency veterinary medicine. They do not carry the canine med kit. Now they might. They have the option of carrying one if they so choose to, but that is usually on the dog handler. But it can go either way.
I wish Bo was in here.
I know.
Dusty Go Tiger says, did Alan West talk you off camera who the shooter was? Was his answer consistent with what you've heard before?
Now I'm not mad at the question, but you do know if we didn't talk about it during the episode, then we had talked about it, made a concerted effort, and the effort was this: is that Alex, which I agree with, we wanted to make a professional. We've been accused of drama for clicks. We've been accused of certain things that just aren't true, to be honest with you, because the truth matters. And it goes back to people are upset if I call out people for being liars. And then when I put the drama to the side, I say, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just make the most professional podcast between a SEAL Team 6 operator and a Delta Force operator that have much, much respect between each other. And let's do it that way. And then they're mad that we do it that way. So you better believe we talked about it offline, but those are offline conversations. I'll just say this. He came on my show. I don't think
True statement, Brent.
I don't think
he sure did.
He came on my show.
He's a good guy.
He's a
really
good
nice
guy.
And go support him with his
And
surfboards.
you know what? Here's the I hate bragging about the good things that we do, but it's also the world we live in. You say you're going to do something, and then there's always someone that'll come up and be like, "Did you do that?" And they're always questioning you. So it's just reality. So did we donate $2,500 to Alex West the way we said we would do?
Brent,
to
look
donate
in the
a podcast?
camera and say it.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, the answer, the rest of it.
Did we do that? We absolutely did. We've already done it. We've donated $2,500 to a disabled veteran to support Alex West, his cause, not just Alex West, but the good things that he's doing with disabled veterans.
Yeah.
And be honest, I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see a Tier 1 podcast surfboard.
It's gonna be cool.
To a veteran that deserves it. And that's not just me, guys. It's to be transparent, but it's not a look at me moment. It's a thank you, guys.
That's right.
Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for supporting me on Patreon.
Tier 1 community.
I couldn't do it without you guys. Like I really couldn't. And I do my best to be a good man and give back.
Yeah, you guys are
so
doing
we did
good
it.
stuff. Thank you.
We've already started the process of finding everyone that we said we would give things away to on Patreon. That, again, just transparency. We have not exhausted, all those funds yet and found everyone and got them their money, but we have started that process, and I want to get through that so it's not hanging over my head or a chance for it to fall through the cracks, because nothing would be worse than to say you were going to do something, and then you do 5 out of 6 of them, and you don't get credit for the 5, but you get blasted for the one you forgot about. But to be honest with you, fair enough. Like, if you say you're going to do 6 things, do 6 things. So we are trying to get on that, and we will get that done, and I will be sure to report back to you guys.
And what's cool is that there's a lot of people that have watched that live, as it recorded days later, and they're like, hey, we want to get in on this good stuff. And they're moved by that episode, and the donations are still coming in to help these folks. So thank you, Tier 1 community. It is amazing what you guys are doing, and it is a blessing to be a conduit of this good stuff.
I won't say their name, but we had one guy that actually found out that he was a winner, and he goes, you know what? I'm just glad you read my story. He goes, I'm good. So I'd like to kindly decline your offer. And to which I replied, wow, I decline your decline. So take it and tell me where to send the money, because it's not that easy. We ain't rich folk, but we do have it, and we're going to do good things. And I liked what he was doing. And so, but that really just goes to show like the quality of people we have in our community.
And Patreon sent me money to give to you, and I have it in my pocket right now.
It's crazy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more of that because of the support that you guys got. And there's more messages coming in on Patreon on the do good stuff.
Oh, and I'm not going to name his name
done.
either,
It ain't
but there's somebody whose name will not be named who's coming from across the pond to come over here and be a part of the good things happening. So
I love it. Would it be a Patreon member?
I believe he is, Brent.
Funny accent?
He does talk funny, I think. Yeah.
He's across the pond, but would he have a Florida state flag? That'd be weird. But would he have a Florida state flag?
He's a smart guy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You've been watching that Love on the Spectrum, the newest, man, that Hispanic dude. Oh, he's one of my new favorites, man. He is hilarious. Interesting. You totally sounded like him. Oh my gosh. I'm old. My testosterone is low. I'm watching that show again, the newest episode of Love on the Spectrum, and I'm telling you, I am on the edge the whole time. And when something really special happens with those kids, the waterworks just start up. My wife looks over me like, oh gosh, not again. What an awesome show. It's funny.
Oh, let's see here.
See, I think Dwazi says, I DM'd you a link for a free Patreon membership to give out to someone if you like.
Oh, okay. You must have done that today. I was all caught up on DMs as of yesterday, but so I'll go check that out.
Thomas Melvin says, can we have a contest to see who has the best lion arms? Pew pew.
You know what? In the where would we do that at? You sure can. Do it in the Patreon. Magnet, do you have access to our Patreon?
No.
Yeah, we'll fix that tonight. Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Another super chat request. PMCs operating in Iraq or Afghan, if injured and were ex-U.S. servicemen, could they go to an active U.S. military hospital, or where would they go for treatment if not?
Absolutely. Yes. We would never refuse treatment to any wounded American. It's never happened. I'll say this. Thankfully, I don't believe it's ever happened. If our hospitals were so overwhelmed because of a massive incident and they had to choose between military and contractors, I believe the military would get preference. But even with that being said, let's say you have 10 injured people, they would triage that, and if they could treat the most injured people and get a contractor and save their life, they would do that. So they would also triage it. But yeah, absolutely.
Thomas Rogerson says, how do you find out your persona non grata?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is.
They'll tell you.
You get a phone call. You get it, from.
They have your information. They have your email. They have your phone number. They will reach out and they will make sure that you know. You won't. You if you don't know if you are or not, then you're not. You know if you are. Just the way Jizro knows that he's PNG'd. But don't worry. His book was approved. He loves to focus on that. His book was approved. Okay.
We got an outro song request. God's gonna cut you down.
All right.
Johnny Cash. Love y'all. Stay dangerous. 1 Peter 5 says, likewise, you who are younger, be subject to the elders. Clothe yourselves, all of you, with humility toward one another, for God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Another super chat request from Holy Fook. Private PMCs, could they request active U.S. air assets for medvac needs?
That they couldn't. I'm not saying that they can request it. They could absolutely request it. More than likely, they would not get it. But there is a possibility that they would get it at the same time. So when it comes to those to them, they really have to bring their own resources into country because they are outside of our system. But if they really, really, really needed it and the assets were available, that would be up to a commander, and most commanders would do that to save a fellow American's life.
Good Timber says, Brent, what was your favorite issued combat rifle? Carbines, not sniper platforms. Drew, what's your favorite Bible translation and why?
You know, oddly enough, as badass as the 416 was, and it was cool because no one else shot it, and you know, it was a piston-driven gun. It was very, very reliable. It was a little bit heavier, and to be honest with you, my M4 never gave me problems, and the M4 was great. I loved the M4. I think the M4 is perfect. It was lightweight and it was very reliable. So I'm still going with the old M4.
I have two favorite translations, and that is just the good old King James, because I just love the way it reads, and then the New American Standard version. The New American Standard is probably the most accurate on the translation and easiest to read. Those are the two.
Right. Hey, let's go ahead and can we cue up the break?
Let's do it.
And then when we come back, we're going to talk about this Delta Force / JSOC guy who just got arrested for betting on himself. We'll get into it when we get back.
Interesting.
You're close. You're not there.
No, I'm not.
We are more than makers of steel. We are brothers in craft, bound by purpose and forged in pride. Every blade we shape carries the weight of the hands that built it and the hearts that will wield it. Brotherhood Blade stands for those who refuse to quit. The protectors, the workers, the doers. We forge with integrity, we carry with pride, and we stand shoulder to shoulder with those who live by the same code. Brotherhood Blades, forged in freedom, carried with honor.
If you've ever been to any of my tactical training classes, then you know how adamant I am about the use of white light and the importance of a quality, high-powered tactical light. That's why I use Cloud Defensive Tac Lights. You can't hit what you can't see, and neither can the bad guys. Clearly identify your target and simultaneously overwhelm his vision with hundreds and even thousands of lumens. Get serious about defending yourself and your family. Go to clouddefensive.com and use promo code TIER1 to get 30% off your order. That's right, 30%. You won't find a better light than this, and you won't find a better deal than this.
Well, boys, because of the problems that we had tonight, we do not have a couple of the other commercials. My apologies, but it's not the first Thursday of the month, so we might still be okay with our other guys that we really appreciate. Vengeance, good stuff. Other than taking medication, so if you can get away with it, it's good. Also, I'd like to make this announcement to Dukes on Main. Dukes on Main. They're out of Belleville, Texas. So if you're in the West Houston area in Texas, then check them out. It's a whiskey bar. They carry first responder cigars there. They're a former law enforcement. It's a father and son that just started a whiskey and cigar bar. Great atmosphere, great people. And that's Dukes on Main in Belleville, Texas. Also, FRCC is giving away our camouflage cigar. It's a $20 cigar, folks. It is a beautiful piece of art, and we're giving it away just for free every time that you buy a box of cigars. So every time you buy a box of cigars, doesn't matter which box of cigars, you're going to get a free camouflage Delta cigar worth 1977, which is the year Delta Force was established. And that sale is going to be going on until the end of the month. Next month, I believe, is First Responders Month. And so we're going to be slashing prices on coffee quite significantly. So you want to stay in touch for that. See us at frcc.shop. All right, our boys are back in the room. Here we go.
Break over. All right. So, you know what? I had to start charging my phone because it was about to die. And that's right. So, hate to do this to you. We are going to talk about the guy in legal trouble, but let's just go watch a few IG videos, and that way I'm gonna let my phone charge for just a few minutes to make sure it gets through, so I can read the article and get and be as accurate as possible about what is going on.
Oh, I know which one we want to do.
Okay.
You just got to find it.
All right.
Where's that? It's the DUI guy, right?
Oh, yeah, we got
There he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
this guy.
Step out of the vehicle. I've asked you already 3 times. Calm down, buddy.
Calm down, buddy.
What's the attitude? How much you had to drink today? Not very much. How much is not very much? You don't know? Okay. Well, you're unsteady on your feet getting out of the vehicle. Are you going to consent to field sobriety exercises?
Absolutely not. I'll do a breathalyzer.
So how much did you have to drink today?
Not enough.
Not enough? Okay, kind of have it talking like you have a thick tongue, slurring your words just a tad bit, so I'm just want to make sure.
Because I'm old. I'm a
'Cause I'm old. It's 'cause
disabled
I'm old.
combat veteran from Vietnam.
Okay. So what I'm going to need you to do right now is I'm going to need you to put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for DUI.
DUI? What's that mean?
That means he's under the influence of alcohol beverage.
He is not. He never drinks.
She's saying you never drink. You don't drink. You said you did drink.
I did not. You said, how much have I had to drink today? I says, not much.
So what did you drink today?
I had a couple Dr. Peppers, water.
No alcohol.
No alcohol.
Not one bit.
Not one. Give me the damn breathalyzer.
Step out of the
fairness, in fairness, I mean, I'm actually surprised that cops can ask you that, like, how much have you had to drink? Because words matter.
Yeah.
You know, and that is a very generic question when you're looking for a specific response.
Yeah.
That's I love it. I love
You
it.
had to drink. Not enough.
Not enough.
That's a dehydrated man
I
right
know.
there.
His wife's like, what? What does that mean? A poor lady. She doesn't even know what DUI means. And she's like, what? He doesn't even drink. And I bet that threw the cop for a loop. The cop's like, but you know what? I'm not mad at the cop for thinking what he thought. There was clearly a miscommunication there. And after he talked to the wife and he's like, hold on, something's not adding up. And then logic prevailed. And you know what's great about that? The guy got put in handcuffs. And you didn't see him lose his mind.
Yeah.
You didn't see him start resisting.
Right.
You didn't see him start saying names. He was like, hey, I'll take the breathalyzer. Oh, I'm in handcuffs now? This will work itself out. And it did.
Right.
So kudos to everybody involved. Not only is it and it's still a funny video, but.
Drinks for all around.
What's in those Dr. Peppers?
Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Like I said, give the phone a chance.
Major red light camera ruling. A judge in Florida just said those red light camera tickets are unconstitutional.
Nice.
They are illegal. Illegal because, think about it. In this country, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. But for some reason with these red light cameras, it's on us to prove to the government that wasn't me behind the wheel. Why are you issuing me the ticket? I wasn't driving the car. Brett Luskin, you're the one who argued in front of the judge and got this milestone ruling. So what does this mean exactly? What is the bigger implication of this?
It establishes that there is a constitutional problem with Florida's red light camera regime that will have to be resolved one way or another through the court system on appeal, potentially to the Florida Supreme Court or maybe even the United States Supreme Court. And it also provides a defense that can be asserted in other red light camera cases throughout the state of Florida and in other courts and potentially throughout the country. It doesn't mean that red light cameras shut down everywhere immediately, although in Florida I do believe they should do that.
There are a lot of people out there who may be saying, hey, red light cameras, they're a deterrent. They make the road safer, not to mention the fact they bring in a lot of money for these municipalities. What do you say to them?
They don't make the road safer. It's a false promise. In fact, Florida's own official reporting on the effects of the red light camera program that's been installed demonstrate conclusively that everywhere red light cameras have been deployed, those intersections become dramatically more dangerous after they've been installed. So it's a false promise, and frankly, it's propaganda, because the reality is they're not about safety. They're just about money. They print so much money through those red light cameras that it becomes an addiction.
Major red light.
That's exactly right.
So I did some thinking on this, and just because it sounded good and I wanted to agree with it, I thought about it a little bit more. I was like, well, hold on. How could it make it more dangerous? And I think I figured it out. If you know, and the people know when, the locals that traverse it the most and go through that intersection, they know it's a red light camera intersection. So if you know it's a red light camera, and if it's about to go red, when you would normally just keep that same speed, that same safe speed, and run the red light, now you're going to floor it and go an absolute excessive speed that you wouldn't normally do trying to beat that red light camera. That's one. Two, you're scared to death of that red light camera. And what's worse than running a red light in 1 or even 2 seconds, because it takes 3, 4, 5 seconds for that other intersection to get off the line in a green light and get into that intersection. They slam on their brakes and come to a screeching halt and force people behind them who are not ready for such a stop and assume
And there's
you
a
go.
semi behind you.
Right. So yeah, I absolutely believe that one, it makes it more dangerous. Two, so now we're just left with a money grab, because it ain't about safety. It's a money grab. I love this. I've always there's two things I've always hated: these red light cameras, because he's right. You're innocent. You're guilty until proven innocent. How do you know you're driving that car? Could be your son. Could be your buddy. And I'm not just trying to get around, the law on some of these, but that's a fact. You are now innocent of, gosh, I can't even say it wrong. You're now guilty until proven innocent. And I have a problem with that. But that leads me to something else that I hate, and I've always hated: meter maids. It's the same premise if you think about it.
Yeah, how do you know I parked there?
That's right. How do you know that was me that parked there? You're just going to give that ticket, walk away, and now you're guilty until proven innocent. And what I hate is it's not like it's a cop. They're now privatized companies that are giving out tickets on behalf of the city, and they're incentivized to give out as many tickets as possible to become profitable. And so now it's not about safety, it's not about regulations, it's really about how much money can we hit the working class with that we've already taxed the crap out of. To be honest with you, I get upset that there's any parking meters anywhere. What did my taxes go to? My taxes went to roads and places to park. And now you're taxing me on top of the tax? I hate it. Oh, it gets me going.
It's Hazard County all over again.
What about up north when they boot you? When they put the boots on you?
Now, you know what? I hate to say it, and of course I hate that too. And that really should only be reserved for egregious offenses. But guess what? If you're going to ticket someone, then you better stay there and wait for them to return to their car and then make them sign something. I'd agree with that. But if you're just going to leave it and walk away, well, if you can't put that car to me, why do I have to pay this?
Or they tow it.
Yeah, and which is even worse because if it gets towed, who's the only person that can pick up that car?
Registered owner.
The registered owner. What if someone else drove the car? And now whoever drove the car doesn't have to deal with it. Now the owner has to deal with it. So it gets me.
Well, the other reason they get more accidents in those intersections is just because of the natural growth of population. And just because you have more population, you have more accidents. And that's why there's more accidents, at those intersections. So I hate the cameras because I'll admit, I mean, if it's 2:00 in the morning in Christmas, Florida, and I'm at a stoplight and I'm looking at the whole world and there ain't nobody and nothing but me and the lightning bugs, I'm going. All right.
All right. Let's get into the next topic that I really want to cover. And I just want to make sure that I essentially read it verbatim and that I get the story correct. So here we go. This is what happens. This is right from CBSnews.com. U.S. Special Forces soldier who won $409,000 charged for betting on Maduro's removal before raid was reported. So let's see how he did it. A U.S. Special Forces soldier involved in the military operation that captured Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro was arrested on Thursday, which I hate because I'm pretty sure he was going to watch our live and he can't anymore. They could have waited till Friday. After allegedly betting on Maduro's removal from office before news of the raid was made public. A law enforcement source and senior military told CBS News. Federal investigators believe U.S. Army Master Sergeant Gannon Ken Van Dyke made bets of more than $33,000 on the prediction market Polymarket within hours of President Trump's announcement in January that Maduro had been captured. The source said the bet hit and resulted in winnings of more than $409,000. According to an indictment unsealed Thursday in the Southern District of New York, Van Dyke was charged with unlawful use of confidential government information for personal gain, theft of non-public government information, commodities fraud, wire fraud, engaging in monetary transaction from unlawful activity. In a press release, the Justice Department said that Van Dyke was involved in the planning and execution of their operation to capture Maduro. Prediction markets are not a haven for using misappropriated confidential classified information for personal gain. Apparently, that is reserved only for congressmen.
I was going to say that.
U.S. Attorney in Southern District of New York, Jay Clayton, said the defendant allegedly violated the trust placed in him by the United States government by using classified information about sensitive military operation to place bets on timing and outcome of that very operation, all to turn a profit. That is clearly insider trading and illegal under federal law. Here's where I'm hoping that although we're full of humans, so we're not infallible. But over the years, we've done a pretty dang good job of being a pretty squeaky clean organization. Van Dyke was a communication specialist supporting JSOC. Thank you. That means he was not he was not a Delta Force operator. So we at least got that going for us.
Yeah.
And if he was a commo guy supporting JSOC, someone in the comment section already put it out there. He may have been from our Tier 1 Signal sister organization. That does support us, but we'll have to see the details. The unit that oversees Tier 1 special mission units, such as Army's Delta Force and Navy SEAL Team 6, multiple officials told CBS News. So it does seem like it was not a member of Delta Force. I don't want to slap the table on that yet. This is an initial report, but it's looking good. It is looking good. The indictment said that he had been on active duty since 2008, had been a master sergeant since 2023, and was stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina at the time of the alleged crime. This is what I really want to get to. In the early morning hours of January 3rd, Trump announced on Truth Social Post that the Venezuelan president and his wife had been captured and flown out of the country. All right. Help me out, guys. January 3rd. So that's when it was announced, okay? Shortly before Trump's post, a Poly Market account holder placed a $32,537 bet on the likelihood that Maduro would be out by January 31st, 2026. So the bet was, I bet in this month of January, he'll be out. Now it happened on January 3rd, the announcement, which I believe is the same time the operation was held, like period of darkness, January 2, 3. Hopefully they say the additional bets were made via the same Polymarket account, a $1,000 wager on the U.S. invading Venezuela by January 31st, a $250 wager that Trump would invoke the War Powers Act against Venezuela. It's crazy that you can even bet on all this.
Where'd he get $32,000 from?
He probably got it from signing bonuses. He probably got it from signing bonuses,
and he was together.
Only he was arrested. If there was more for now, he'd have that money. Yep, he would.
Previous defamation lawsuit.
It's not unheard of for if he wasn't a Joe with his funds and didn't go buy a brand new car every time he reenlisted, he would have those funds.
Dwazi says, "Can we bet on the lawsuit on Polymarket?"
Do it.
Nice.
Okay, here's what I want to get to. Van Dyke allegedly withdrew most of the proceeds from those bets later on January 3rd. The indictment says days later, he allegedly took steps to conceal his identity, including by asking Polymarket to delete his account. Polymarket said on a statement on X, when we identified a user trading on classified government information, referred the matter to DOG and cooperated with our investigation. Insider trading has no place on Polymarket. Today's arrest is proof the system works. I'm just going to skim this real quick. All right, here's where it matters to me. I read, and this had hit the news just hours before we went live. Or should we say attempted to go live the first time?
Allegedly.
And some outlets said that he had placed a bet 5 days, 6 days. And now this one is saying hours before. And that matters to me. So if he knew the raid was already done and that it was a surefire bet and then place that bet, I have a problem with that. Because you are privy to information and there's no gamble, because you already know. So that's why I have a problem with insider trading with Congress, because it's not a gamble. If you know laws are going to be more lenient, we'll just make it up, towards cybersecurity, and you're going to invest in a cybersecurity, there's no gamble there. You know that cybersecurity company is going to benefit from these new laws, or if they got some huge grant, or they were awarded a huge military contract, that's a sure deal. That's a sure thing. That is insider trading. That there's no place in that. I'll tell you what I don't have a problem with, and that it said that in the account. Maybe Trump said it, or someone said that's like Pete Rose betting on his games. You know what? I got no problem with Pete Rose betting on his games. Here's the caveat to that: if he bet to win, bet all day long. What's wrong with that? It's guaranteed. Right. It's not a guaranteed outcome that you're going to win. I have no problem with sports athletes and owners betting on themselves to win. Now you bet on yourself to lose. Well, you can now you can dictate. Now you can dictate the outcome. Right. So to take it back to this, if he bet on them to win before the operation, I hate to say it, I don't have a problem with it. Because guess what? There was no guarantee that those planes could have got Those planes could have got shot out of the sky. The operators could have been mowed down on the ground. He bet to win. He bet right.
Bet on his team.
Right. He bet on America and he won. So I don't know. I get it. If
he was a congressman, he wouldn't have gotten in trouble.
I know. I would have a much bigger problem is that now one of the guys who actually can benefit from the system gets prison when we have congressmen on both sides of the aisle getting filthy rich doing the same thing. That I have a problem with. I just have a problem with it.
You think he's going to get in trouble for it?
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Because rules for thee, not for me.
Right.
Yeah.
But you think, of course, well, he's still a congressman now. He just won't be soon. You think Dan Crenshaw is going to come to his aid?
No.
He should. Dan Crenshaw should come to his aid and be like, hey, I've benefited from it. This guy, come on, this is a little two-faced. Yeah. You think Nancy Pelosi is going to come to this guy's aid and be like, come on, I've done it before. Let's not. I'll tell you who else I have a problem with. I get it. They're sore losers, but I hope Polymarket takes a hit on this. I looked it up. Polymarket's worth $15 billion. Of
course they
Polymarket, you're worth $15 billion. And guess what? Someone got one over on you. Instead of taking it on the chin and paying it out to the boys,
they ratted on
you
them.
ratted on them. I know this sounds like a weird take from me, to be honest, and it is a little bit of a weird take because guess what? Now I'm about to pivot on you. I would love that to be a little bit the way it is, but I'm a man of integrity. Rules are rules. Just because someone else does it doesn't mean that you should do it. Guess what? I never did it. Well, one, I didn't know about Polymarket back then, but
I don't even know about it now.
There's some things
I don't gamble, so
there's some things I could have bet on, but I wouldn't have done it. So I'm I hate to talk out of both sides of my mouth, but there is a part of me that's upset this is even happening. But I'm also upset that this guy had the audacity to do this. Like, you have to be better than that. You're part of an elite organization at a high level. You did use that to your advantage. All I'm saying is I understand. I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand. And the house always wins. Even when they lose, they made sure that they're not worth $15 billion because they came out winning.
So does he get his $30,000 back? Oh, no. He needs it for his court.
Well, I think he's gonna get a JAG appointed to him. I don't know. This is now. You just got me thinking all sorts of things.
Right.
This is outside of military court. Will a JAG still represent him? Or because it's outside of military court, you are now stuck with a civilian lawyer because it's civilian court, even though he's still active duty. How about this? Does he get hit with 2 courts? Does he get hit with a military court and a civilian court? I mean, things just get weird now.
That's a full court press.
Girl.
Yeah. Guys, tell me what you think about it
I think he should get his money back.
Tell me what you think about it in the comment section while we poll the room. Joe, what say you?
Do what you can to get ahead. I mean, he was betting on the winning side. I don't really have a problem with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Drew, what say you?
I don't care.
Riveting. Magnet.
Got bigger problems.
Yeah.
I think if he knew he was doing something wrong, then he was doing something wrong. Then he should get in trouble for it.
He clearly did. He asked him to delete the account when he was done.
But I still think he should get his money back.
Okay. All right. Not his 400K.
No.
His initial 32 investment.
32.
Like, okay, that was an illegal bet. We should have never taken it.
Don't
you
take
get
the
that
bet.
32.
Right.
You get, okay.
So
It should have
he knew
got
it was
flagged
wrong.
before when he made the bet.
Well, they wouldn't have known. They wouldn't have known that he had inside information. All
Hey,
right.
look, if we're a land of laws, okay, and so I mean, if it's illegal, then I'm against it. It's that simple. So
I knew it. I love it. You're a consistent man. Everyone knows how
Trying to
much
be.
I love consistency around here.
I'm consistent.
I'm as consistent. I'm inconsistently consistent.
All right. Drew, what does the chat say about this?
Well, let's see. T Chamber says, I don't think betting is a good idea for anybody.
You ain't wrong about that.
Lone Star Oil Gas says, Poly Market is sour grapes.
All right.
Someone said something like they want to bet on who shot UBL.
Great. Then I'll get hit with insider trading.
If it was a seal, we'd know everything already from the book. The redacted man says he'll get a JAG attorney either way, most likely regardless of venue.
All right.
Let's see. Michael Hendricks says finally done mowing. Mow money, mow problems. Except all it did was cost me money and fuel and time as it's my own gigantic lawn.
The chats are for anything.
That's right.
The chats are for anything.
Hey, Thursdays for just letting it out, man. You know, whatever's on your chest.
I love this.
Allegedly, gentlemen, we don't know he had insider info.
Allegedly.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
Drew is a square. Love you, Drew. Yeah, that's right, buddy. It's hip to be square. Six's mom. Talking to somebody else there.
All right. Drew,
Trenchinosis?
Drew, go like 3 down. Go to Tommy 153 Fishes.
Tommy says, why is tier 1 on Drew's channel?
Get it, Drew.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. Tier 1 is on Drew's channel because we attempted to do a regular live show on the Tier 1 channel on YouTube, but we showed a video that had someone with a pew-pew in their hand, the principal that tackled the gunner at the school, and it was from showing a recorded video on live that got us banned for 72 hours, I think it is. And then some smart guy in our Patreon member, do you remember who the name was? Brent?
Oh, gosh. Enough time. Sean? Was it Sean? I think so.
A guy possibly named Sean with a great idea said, hey, why don't you guys go over to Truth in the Dark and go live over there? And so here we are. So thanks, guys.
Here we are. Great recap, Drew.
All right.
Great
Well, you know what? I
recap.
think more than him needed that. So
Dwazi, were there any gingers in the unit, or did the SEALs take them all? You know what's funny? You know what's funny? To my count, there were, and there could have been more, I don't know everyone, but to my count, there were 3 gingers on the UBL raid. 3 gingers on one raid. And the asked that, and I got to thinking, off the top of my head, I can't remember a single ginger in the unit. I mean, I'm sure there maybe was one in another squadron.
Yeah.
I can't remember one in my squadron. So yeah, that is ironic. That is really, really ironic.
North, South, East, West says he knew the raid was coming. Therefore, it's insider trading. Nobody else knew the raid was coming.
Yep. I know. I hate to say it. I got everything off my chest that I wanted to, but at the end of the day, it is correct. Wrong is wrong, and you can't do it.
Right. Just another 11 Bravo says, can we start betting on Poly Market for live start times? That's how you know he's a true fan.
Yeah, I wish you could, because then I would, and we would start on that time.
If he can bet on that, why couldn't you bet on that?
Well, because they have to present the topics. It's like any other betting forum, I'm sure. I don't think they care enough about the Tier 1 podcast to make that a betting line.
Topic?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy just on their own.
Yeah.
Six's mom says, Drew, how's the Hawaiian Bible coming? I'm not familiar with it. Learn the vowels. You'll be speaking like a pro. Like kawaii. He was innocent until he tried to delete his account.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he was innocent then, but it sure was an indicator that something was awry. That he had bad intentions from the get-go.
Good Timber says, we could bet on whether next Thursday's live will get taken down.
Gosh, I thought we had gotten through that. What are we? It's happened. It's only happened twice now, right? This is the second time it's happened? Okay. Well, we'll slowly figure it out.
Dwazi says Rob will make a rebuttal video of why his name was not mentioned in Poly Market article.
You know, this is a little bit, I shouldn't say I'm afraid of, but this is what I'd rather it not be. You know, we made a video that didn't mention him at all. And then he had to make a video that mentions him, upset that we didn't mention him. And so we make a rebuttal video of him. And is he going to make a rebuttal video about this? Like at some point, someone has to stop it.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. You know.
Popper 8OR, hence Red Squadron.
The military deserves a bonus. They are underpaid, so let them have the Poly Market. It's not like they make Lambo money.
Here's
30 grand. Jeez.
Right. Oh,
I
know. I'm telling you, I think there were other in a different life in another way. I know he did something wrong. He has to go through the legal system. If you could, I just wish it could be handled a different way and be like, all right, here's your 15.6. You're an idiot. And now you're going to donate that $400,000 to everyone that was on the raid. Every boot that hit the ground is going to get, it's just to Gold Star Wives, to something else. You tell Poly Market to screw off. We'll handle this internally. And anyway, but that's just not how life works.
Did you get WD-40 for the door? Man, they don't let go of anything, do they?
They don't.
Didn't hear it tonight. Didn't open it tonight. So that's why you didn't hear it.
No, I went out.
Oh,
I went out during
that's
the break.
right. During
I did.
the break.
I did.
That's right.
All right, let's take a break. Just Jaw 275. Gold Squadron is Jewish.
Oh man,
that's Star Wars.
Jaw, good to have you in the chat in a good way.
You see, Dan.
Glad to have you, brother. Hey, let's. What's that? What's that, Magnet?
No, I was gonna say, did you see Dan Bilzerian's what he said? Because he's running for
Congress out of Florida.
Out of Florida.
Yeah. Like I said, we were just texting back and forth the other day about his favorite subjects. And I forgot. I was going to ask him what, I'm assuming he's living here now because he has to.
It's in Daytona, St. Augustine, like that area.
Mm-hmm.
Like D6 or something like that.
Okay.
Whatever district that is, District 6.
As much as we disagree on things, I've said it before, he treated me really good.
Yeah.
And I'd go over there and say hi to him again. Or since he's right down the road, I'd have him back on a live. We're gonna go right back at it. But that's okay.
What he called the guy.
That's okay.
You see what he called the guy that he's running against? Oh, I don't want to say it.
Okay. All right. I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Drew, let's go back to the some videos and let's just take a break just for a second and see if we can pick
is
up.
a lobster.
Oh gosh.
An animal rights activist has just taken it from a tank inside a restaurant in Dorset, believing she is about to set it free. But the owners never intended to eat it or kill it, and instead have been displaying it for the last 2 years to teach children about crayfish. 47-year-old Emma Smart launched the liberated lobster into the harbour, but the change in water temperature killed it instantly. Its tank mate then died of loneliness shortly after, according to its owner. The Insulate Britain activist avoided prison, instead receiving an 8-month conditional discharge for causing criminal damage. That is a lot.
Oh, they should make her go work at a zoo or something.
Are you kidding me? How is that not animal cruelty? Now, animal cruelty usually has some jail time or some harsher punishment to it. Like
So what is that, house
Well,
arrest?
if you're bug meat, you don't get that kind of time.
I know.
If you're a kitten, or
just because it doesn't have eyebrows,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna get that. That's insane. That is the left just wrapped up in a nice little bow.
I love it.
You idiot.
Yeah.
You
Is that like
idiot.
house arrest? What is that? Discharge something?
I don't know.
It's gotta be there.
I'm sure it was a
House arrest or
slap in the
something.
wrist or nothing. But there she is, thinking she's saving an animal
Saving the world.
that was never intended to be eaten. Throws it in the ocean. Water temperature kills it, and then its mate dies of loneliness. You idiot! Mind your own business.
That is a dang near a commentary on everything else they believe.
And it's dang near a commentary of everything they get involved with. They kill and screw up,
mess it up.
everything with good intentions.
Good intentions.
Good intentions, usually good intentions, but that's the result.
The junkyard is full of good intentions.
All right, let's do one more. See what else we got. I forgot about that one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Appreciate that. We did that one. We did that one.
Salida. Salida derecha. Can you
All
say
right,
it in
pause
English?
this real quick if you don't mind. So what's going on here? And this, what's worse is, speaking of people like that in the other video, they're going to be really upset at this guy and call him racist and all sorts of things. As you can see, what he's actually doing as a highway patrolman is he's conducting a test to see if he understands signs and can follow them, which is part of the test of getting your license. And if you can't read English and if you can't understand signs, you can't be driving a 20-ton missile that goes 80 miles an hour down our highways if you can't read signs. What he's doing is absolutely good work, and it's absolutely paramount to safety on our highways. So that's what's going on right here.
What does it mean? How good is your English? Entiendo algo poquito. Can you speak any English? No, don't speak
Highway
any English.
patrol.
What does that mean?
Yes.
What does it mean?
No.
What does it mean when you go down and you see the sign? What does that mean? What do you have to do?
No.
Okay.
40 años troquero. Desde Cuba.
Okay. If you don't speak enough English to be operating a commercial motor vehicle, okay? You also don't have enough knowledge of the signs so you can say it, okay? So this, right now, you're going to be placed out of service, okay?
Salida.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm not mad at the driver. Like, I'm not. I hope he's here legally, and I believe he is. If that's not what the route that this Florida Highway Patrolman is going after, he's going after his understanding of the English language and signs. But I want to know how did you get a license?
California.
Yeah, that's true. And that is true. The last major incident where a semi truck killed a family was he got his license from California, and then we did that story just a few weeks ago.
Giving people, yeah.
That's right, of that woman who was getting paid and just giving licenses away. That really pisses me off. It's just so selfish. It's absolutely selfish. All right, what else we got, Drew?
Oh, Lord.
Which kid do you think is going to get bullied first? This is controversial, but are we raising our sons to have dance-offs to protect our wives? Or are we raising our sons to be protectors and providers for our wives? So those on the more liberal side probably are enjoying the dancing video, but as I'm looking at it again, I'm raising my son to be warriors. I want them to provide, to protect not only their wives, but their kids and our country.
Love it.
You know, this one hit home to me because I've always thought about that, and I've said that and contrasting, maybe in different words, but that is the contrasting picture. But to see them like right next to each other in real time, it just really hits at a different level. And he's absolutely right. And people are going to go, well, there's nothing wrong with a kid dancing. And they're not wrong about that either. There's nothing wrong with it. But if that's the only thing that you're allowing your male child to do, and that's his passion, and that's the only thing he wants to do, you're doing it wrong.
Well, looking at the waistline of that young man, it's not the only problem he has in his life. So he has a lot of undisciplined, lack of, structure in his life,
right,
to be that young, to be in that situation.
He's working on it. He's dancing.
yes. What's crazy is they actually are misguided enough where some of them will answer this incorrectly. But if we polled the chat, if we polled anyone sitting here and we said, hey, that's the only snapshot you get of those two very young men, boys, which one is going to be more successful in life? That's all we know about them. Joe, which one's going to be more successful?
Obviously, the one who's learning to fight.
Right. It's just man's skills and protection and hard work and what it takes to be a man. More discipline. The values that come along with that, the values of not just protecting, but there's a different way men protect. They protect by providing as well. That's another form of protection. That mindset and that culture will permeate that young man, that boy that's on the bottom of that picture. And the guy, the boy on the top of that picture, we already know what his values are going to be. His values are going to be, there is no right, there is no wrong. Gender is fluid. Don't work. Work isn't important. Following your dream is important. And that's generalization, but that's true. There's a reason why it's a stereotype, because it's true.
The Disney life.
The boy on the top's going to get a great dancing contract to pay the little boy at the bottom to pay him to protect him.
Not with that waistline, he's not.
The one who's going to be the most successful is the one who's got the most inside information on the poly market.
True. And the one at the bottom's already making bets to see what's
Yeah. But I'm telling you, the boy on the bottom at the end of the day can do anything. If that boy wants to end up dancing one day, he will be able to do anything.
He's going to get the hot girl. And
he will. The boy at the top,
he doesn't want the hot girl.
Life is going to crush him. Stress is going to crush him. I bet he goes to a therapist right now. It's just, it is a form of child abuse, if you ask me.
Oh, it's a huge disservice to your son.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's crazier is I don't want to be mad or bash the boy. It's not his fault that your parents let you do that. Not only did your parents let you do that, let's be honest, your parents probably guided you to do
I
that.
don't know if he's got both parents either.
Yeah. Yeah. Your
And he's
two
being
moms,
raised-
your
and he's
two
raised by
moms
moms.
guided you
Right.
to do this. And so that's what I go back to. It's really child abuse. It is the parents' fault.
Right.
Absolutely. And all right. Oh, speaking of in shape, I love this video. Let's do this one.
Trust me, you'll be fine.
And this is, I love that we have Joe here. When I see out of shape first responders and I see these disgusting fat bodies that sit there and they will tell you with a straight face, oh, I can still get it done when it matters.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Those two fat bodies didn't.
No.
Thank God that there was that soccer player had the initiative and said, I see what needs to happen. I can run to you, grab your bag, and run back here before you get here. That's insane. Don't get me wrong. I don't think every first responder needs to be able to run or compete in an in an Ironman. I don't. But with those two first responders who showed up and they basically said, we're here, and when your life depends on it, we will be there for you. They lied to themselves, and they lied to every single person and athlete that was attending that stadium. I mean, that's got to bug you, Joe. And I hate
it does. Yeah, no, absolutely. To be put people's lives on the line when you're definitely out of shape. It's a huge disservice.
This is what I hate the most, and I'm not. It's not like you're defending it like you make the hires and the fires, But it was it was your profession. I just dabble in it by training SWAT teams. So I just know enough to be dangerous, but I don't pretend that to know more or to be more of a part of the community than I am. When I see, and I work a lot more with cops, than I do with firefighters, but the premise is the same. When I see fat people that are patrolling the streets, and I watch it on YouTube all the time, of them just getting outrun or getting beat up, or they cannot protect their citizens, I initially want to get mad at them, and you have to be. There's personal responsibility, but they didn't get fat yesterday. They just didn't show up today and got fat. What is going on with the leadership in the first responder community that you gained 10 pounds, nothing was said. You gained 20 pounds, nothing was said. These guys are 50, 60, 80, 90 pounds overweight, and they just show up to work every day, and their supervisors never don't say a thing ever. How does that happen?
Yeah, I don't know how that happens. Just lack of leadership. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. You guys didn't deal with that where you worked?
There was a few.
Yeah.
It's just lack of leadership and
Yeah.
lack of self-respect. Not being able to take care of yourself. And yeah, no, there was no...
I'm sure you guys had unions where you were at?
No, I didn't have a union.
Okay. I hope they don't take this the wrong way. I have seen unions come to the aid of law enforcement, and whether it be the benevolent, the police benevolent association or unions, and they can definitely, they have power and they can move the ball and they can bring in resources. But I love it when they show up for good things, when a cop is wrongfully convicted of something for doing his job and they show up and they're like, hey, you're not going to do this. But I've also seen them show up, and it wouldn't surprise me if you tried to fire a fat person and people, and you just can't do it. You're like, hey, you can't body shame this person. Well, they can't do the job. Like, what do you mean? I don't even know if you really can these days.
But we're not body shaming you, we're job shaming you. So, I mean,
if they can't pass the PT test, and how they...
Most of them don't even have annual PT tests that they have to take. They have the initial one to do the job, and then it's done after that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a cop, and you don't have to do you don't have to get into a bikini and and do a body contest, whether you're male or female. Nobody cares what your body looks like. We just care about doing the job.
Do you think, we'll just go where you worked. Do you think they could have fired a person just for being fat?
Not in California. No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Like I said, at the end of the day, people have to provide, and I'm not just looking to ruin people's lives, but in a perfect world, not even a perfect world, in a normal world, a supervisor, once they see you gain 20 pounds, because they work with you every day, should stop you at that point and be like, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to test you. We're going to tape you. We're going to do something. And then I'm going to give you a chance to fix this. And that's what I want. But once they get to a certain point, I don't know if that salvation really is there for them, because they've already proved it. And they've proved
The
it for a
problem
long
is,
time.
if the supervisor looks like them too. I mean, look at it. I mean, they're in a supervisor position. They don't have to do anymore.
Yeah, boy.
Culture starts at the top down.
Right.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. All right. What else? Let's do one more. Had a lot of videos that I thought were great. Yeah.
Your first impression was not impressive, Brent. You said,
yeah. Let's do another one.
Okay.
That one's, you can see it. That one's just funny. I might start doing that. Wink, wink. Where you can just put paint immigration underneath stop signs.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, the left is always tagging and doing their campaign. Guess what? Maybe we can do it too. All right. What else we got? Oh, this is it. I didn't think I put it over there. Drew, go up. That red car right there. Should officers be held responsible for failed apprehensions?
Here it is. Man, what great timing.
Running out of gas.
Come on, buddy.
That dude isn't even running.
He's holding up his pants. The other guy's pants are falling down. He's still all running.
Should let it run again.
Yeah.
Should officers be held responsible for failed apprehensions?
This guy is jogging. He can do this all day long.
He's got him. Running out of gas.
Never really thought about it like in that way.
Sucks. Look at this slow ass mother.
That
says it all right there, don't it?
Right. What if that happened? I mean, we have body cameras. Like, you should be held responsible for a criminal getting away from you when it clearly was when it was obvious that you could have stopped him from committing more crimes, but because of your physical condition, you couldn't. That's interesting. I'd love to see that.
Get that video sent to himself, like his friend sent it to him.
Oh gosh!
And I know everybody
look
on
at
the.
you.
Look at you.
I know everybody on the internet's seen the video of the two girls going after the bad guy, and one girl falls in the grass.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's right. Let's go to one more. We'll go back to the chats.
Uno más.
I'm glad I had that one in there. Good timing. Good timing. We'll do the triggered Democrats, and then we'll come up to the
Iran is a destabilizing, dangerous force in the Middle East. Do you agree with him on that at least?
No.
We would be able to totally obliterate them. That's a terrible thing to say, but those people who run Iran need to understand that. And what do you think he meant by saying those people?
White supremacy. His subhuman people of color.
He's becoming very delusional and honestly showing a little bit of signs of dementia.
This is something someone with dementia would say.
He wasn't wrong.
Had Kamala actually won the election, do you think we would even be in this?
Absolutely not.
And they were not falling for this Iran stuff either.
No.
If Hillary Clinton had just won in the first place, maybe we wouldn't be in this mess.
Yeah, I would go with that.
If he had a kind soul, I think anyone can be beautiful, but he's not beautiful. No. He's not beautiful inside or out. He's a horrible person.
Did you vote for Hillary Clinton?
Yes.
Did you guys vote for Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
We would not be in this position if she were president today.
Or Kamala.
The man truly is insane.
Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris said all of that, not Donald Trump.
Really?
Yes.
That makes me very sad.
Are you serious? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's a gotcha. Good for you.
You never heard him say this stuff?
No, I haven't.
That was a quote from 2008, right here.
To it. I don't, you know what? Who can believe what we read?
Did you get to the cops about me?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you needed a permit.
I didn't mean to make you cry.
Oh, give him with
But
the
it's
old
shameful.
permit.
What's shameful about it? There's nothing.
Oh, you're number one.
Kind soul
That was
right there.
very nice.
Just a kind
Iran
soul.
is a
That person
distable.
just had a kind soul.
Yeah, she's a first responder too.
Could
She's a
be.
nurse.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, she's the first one to respond to the all-you-can-eat buffet.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's go to the chats before we go to just a few more videos and wrap this thing up. Drew.
Oh man, I don't know what do we got here, guys. Big old boy couldn't outrun a tortoise.
Yeah, he couldn't.
T-Bone says he should get out of his car and assist citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I am tired of people filming things and just watching bad things happen than doing something about it.
Oh man, well, I don't know if I want to do that. I guess I will. All right, so I watched a video today of a and it was a black fella that put the tube on, so the video on, and it was showing the difference between it was the Hodge twins, the difference between what happens to a police officer by himself apprehending a bad guy in a black neighborhood versus a police officer by himself trying to wrestle somebody down in a white area.
Okay.
And a whole bunch of black kids got around the cop, was filming it, laughing, probably 15 of them. And then when the other squad cars come, they all ran and dispersed. And then goes to the other situation where you have a community jumping on the bad guy, helping the police officer out until his backup gets to him. And, and look, this is, and of course, it always sounds bad when a white guy says it, but hey, the Hodge twins, a couple of black dudes, they're the ones who put the video up, and, it makes them sick too.
Yeah. Say it all the time. It's not about skin color. It's about culture. It's about culture.
Character.
Now, it just happens to be, and again, just telling the truth, it just happens to be that there's stereotypes for a reason, and a majority of certain races have certain cultures. And that's just a fact.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean 100% of them do, but the majority do. And that's a problem. We have to turn the tide of culture in this country to a positive one.
Bro had a 25 handicap and still couldn't close the gap.
He couldn't. His knees are screaming, stop.
Obvious. Current military and first responder physical fitness standards reflect society's lack of standards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it starts with those two boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Starts with that mentality. Starts with the parents. That looks like Barf from Spaceballs.
It does.
It
does.
Is funny.
Nailed it.
Boy, you're showing your age on that that chat, brother.
Yeah. They're coming out with Spaceballs too.
I know. I was excited. I know.
Oh, I'm going to watch it. I love that stupid slapstick comedy. I do.
hope that it doesn't
Airplane, Spaceballs, Hot Shot. What's the other, the cop one?
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun. Oh, I got
them. They're coming out with a new He-Man movie next month, so hopefully they don't ruin it. But it looks pretty good. She is looking for a scissor sister. I see what you did there.
Let's skip that
All
one.
right. Something about.
Man.
These guys are talking about diesels all night tonight. Duramax 7.3. They are in diesel mode. I'm a firefighter. My battalion chief is 400 pounds.
Is he 7'3"?
They're more worried about us having our polo shirts tucked in while we're out shopping for groceries.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, brother.
Read the Iceman SCB, just a few down from there. Got it.
During the Jorge Floyd stuff, I arrested someone that ran 9 red lights, almost smoke checking multiple vehicles, pedestrians. The stop eventually happened in the hood. I got surrounded by 100 people.
Hate to hear it.
Wow.
No need for that. That's disgusting.
Yeah, did you get any help?
I hate this. I hate to hear it. All right, let's go back to a few more videos. because I actually forget some of the videos that I sent. So I'm hoping that there's one more kind of like this, and it's about look for another one like that from her. I think
that's a good one.
right here. This is it. I love it.
y'all to like get out of here with your sign.
What do you mean? Oh, you have borders on this campus.
No, we have this space reserved as an official event.
Yeah, so you have borders. Where's your borders at?
This whole green area right here.
Oh, so you want to control who comes in and out. Like an ICE agent or a border patrol agent. You wouldn't dare act like a fascist, would you? I would really encourage you on a rally, on a campus. This is an event for sanctuary campuses. You probably shouldn't act like a fascist border patrol agent. You should take down your borders and let whoever wants on the space, okay?
Hurting his brain.
Yeah.
Why is your lip quivering?
He just realized he got.
You just
Because
got
you've
Charlie
been called
Kirk.
out on how you're acting exactly, like how you don't, what you're advocating against.
He can't
You're
process
acting
it.
just like them.
He can't process it.
Wow.
So if you believe in illegal aliens allowing to have sanctuary on this campus, put your money where your mouth is. Leave me alone and let me have sanctuary on
Tell her
this
she's a
campus,
racist.
okay?
Do it.
y'all
Do
to,
it.
like,
Tell her
get
she's a
out.
racist.
I love it. That's checkmate. Oh, that's a good one. I'm glad you
She's
found
good.
that one. Oh
Have
yeah.
you been following the Nick Shirley thing?
I mean, I know he went from Minnesota, then he went over to California.
See what they're doing in California?
Oh yeah.
The Nick Shirley law.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Did you see that? Basically saying that if you expose people and you're not
You're an independent reporter. You cannot.
Yeah, if you're an independent reporter, they'll press charges on you,
They're going to fine you $10,000.
even if you're right.
Makes sense.
Oh
Makes
gosh.
perfect sense.
Oh gosh. All right. What else we got, Drew? I know we went way down on that one. So
Man,
we gotta
you're as
wrap
bad
up
as a
that.
Baptist pastor saying this is the last point. This is the last one.
No, let's go up real quick. I just want to point this one. I might do that one. Let's see this one. I kind of forget this one. Yeah.
Virtually every revolution you were taught about was not led by the poor. 2/3 of the deputies who abolished the French monarchy were lawyers. The Bolshevik Central Committee was packed with educated professionals. Iran's revolutionary ideology was built by a man with a PhD from the Sorbonne. Popular media will tell you revolutions are led by the desperate, but in reality, they're led by the ambitious and denied. Robespierre graduated first in his class at one of Paris's most prestigious schools. Danton purchased a legal position just below the aristocracy he'd shortly helped destroy. Complexity scientist Peter Turchin built a historical database to test why societies collapse. He calls this counter-elite formation. When a system trains more people for leadership than it has leadership positions, the surplus redirects. In 75% of cases Turchin tracked, elite overproduction preceded state breakdown. The lag was roughly a generation, which means the credential explosion of the 1990s and 2000s wasn't producing immediate disruption, it was producing disruption 20 years out after the grievance has calcified into an identity. Francis Bacon saw in the 1600s the danger when more are bred scholars than the preferment can take off. The variable was never really about ideology or moral conviction. That's Hollywood. It was absorption, whether a system could make room for the class it credentialed. Virtually every revolution.
Interesting. Interesting.
Nailed it.
What do you think about? I mean, that really does put a different perspective on it. And I,
You said the guy started the Perplexity. Is that the AI?
I'm not really tracking the question, but everything seemed to be an older. He's talking about different revolutions that happened in the past.
About the newer guy, the young,
I didn't track that. I was really just tracking the whole message of it, which is really interesting. It wasn't about the poor. It was about these societies produced more leaders, essentially, than leadership positions. And when you have ambitious leaders with no leadership position, they will create one in the form of a revolution and insert themselves as a leader. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. And I put that out there to say, I think there could very well some parallels into when you look at that and then you overlay that to what's happening to America right now. I think that's a very good possibility of some of the answers to what's going on in this country. We have a very successful country. We've told people to go to college. We've told people, more people than honestly should have, to go get this education, get educated, become leaders. And then what happens when you release them into the world and there's not enough opportunity for these educated people to become leaders? Well, if they're ambitious enough, now they're equipped for it, they're going to go make room for themselves. And I just think it's very interesting.
It just depends on what they go to college for, though.
Yeah, well, to some degree, it doesn't matter as long as they're educated and whatever, an education, and they have persuasion and ambition. I mean, there's a lot to be said. You go to every cult, and every cult leader, when we did the Waco thing, he wasn't he may not have been highly educated in the system per se, but he was smart. Those people are always smart, whether it be book smart, whether it be socially smart. You have to have that to persuade people. And anyway, I thought it was very interesting. Drew, what'd you think about that?
I was texting somebody.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Drew, was it about diesels?
No, I'm not. Wasn't in the diesel one. This
conversation.
Okay. I knew as soon as I started diesel text messages going on over there, I thought I'd lose you.
Sorry, guys.
All right, let's hang out in the chats for just a little bit, and let's get out of here. Call it a night.
Some of the chats. That's where the Lion Arms commercial is at.
Make one up for us. We'll throw it in there.
It's hanging right above Brent's head.
It is. That's why I don't say anything.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Yeah, that's how we get banned again. All right, guys.
Six's mom.
What's that? Okay. Can I please thank you, men, for sticking up for us women? I don't get offended by much, but when we women are being torn down by trans whatever, it's offensive. Thank you all. Six's mom. I love that. I love that comment. We've said it before. Men have never really been in competition with women, and it's not because we think less of them. Generally speaking, we know what our strengths are, and we know what their strengths are. It's really always been this push, either from women or from these beta males who can never get a woman, and so they're trying to get in their good graces, it seems, and creating this friction of, oh, you can do anything a man can do. No, that's stupid. You can't do anything a man can do. But no man has ever said, I can do anything a woman can do. Because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. We love what women bring to the table, and we need them. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. They can actually do the coolest thing in the world.
Birth.
They can make a baby. Without the whole world ceases to exist. And it's crazy that's become a debate. Are they weaker? Do they need protection? Yes. And I'm happy to do it. I'm honored to do it because of what amazing things they can bring to the table. And and this is true. Men can't provide, and men can't become great men. Men can't meet their full potential without a good woman. 100%. And that's just a fact. That is a fact. Thank you, Six's mom, for saying that and allowing me to say that one more time for everybody.
Dwazi says, do we have a Panos update?
That's a good question. Let me see here. They said they were a little bit behind, but it should be shipping out soon. And I'm going to check on that right meow, see if I have an update. I don't have an update as of April 22, but I'd imagine they should be in the mail. That was yesterday. So hopefully they give me an update. But thank you for bringing that up. Yes, the Panos should be in the mail any day now. I really thought they'd be here by now, but there was a slight delay in them making them. Panos are coming. And they'll go right from me to you in just a little bit. So join Patreon if you want a chance for free panos.
There's an Ask for Hell's Bells from Sonny Marbury.
We will not play that satanic sound, that satanic song.
Bong.
Although for a youth pastor, Drew sure does like that song.
I do.
Here we go. God's gonna cut you down. You got to give me a second to
I
get
like
it.
that
Get it
one
going.
better.
I do like that one.
All right, guys, for those of you who might have missed it, FRCC.shop, we are giving away the Delta Camo cigar for every cigar box sold for the rest of the month. Okay, if you have not had our $20 cigar yet, now's your chance. Buy yourself any box of cigars at FRCC.shop and get a free Delta Camo cigar.
All right, here we go. And while we're doing this, do not forget to enjoy every Thursday Night Live with a bottle of FRCC bourbon and a cigar. Here we go. T-Bone, but with the panos, do we get a personal demonstration on how to clear a room? Asking for a friend. I am going to try to make a video with them, but I don't know how it's going to look.
I'll bring the gimbal and follow you.
We're going to try.
Just put some pom-poms in your hand and we won't get deleted.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Well, it'll be fine on a recording. It's the lives we get in trouble.
Yeah, overnight a second set so I can follow you.
No.
Asking for a friend.
It took me long enough. See, do the panos on the desk ever get used, Brent? No, they're just a prop. They're just a prop. But the ones coming in will not be. Brent, Huberty, they better have FRCC at a liquor store in Lake Mary. I'm gonna see you soon when you come into town. Can we get a giveaway for a patch of Magnet's beard hair?
Not a patch, but I'll give you one. I'll just pull one out.
Just pull one?
Yeah.
You're a selfish man.
I know.
You're a selfish man. All right. Outro song for Max.
Max is gone.
Max is
We
gone.
lost him.
Who let the dogs out?
I know.
Who let the dogs out?
Max, get down here. Get down here, Max. Let's see here. Hey, if you guys are still on here, there's about 100 of you. Please subscribe to the channel that you guys are on right now, Truth in the Dark. Drew drops some absolute great biblical knowledge on this channel.
Can you call them bangers?
Bangers, you sure can.
That's what the young kids say.
How old is Max? That's a good question. He's old enough to not to act as stupid as he does, but he is 6 years old. 7 years old. He turned 7 on April 1st. He was an April Fool's dog.
So are you.
Yeah. I may take the YouTube to that Johnny Cash song and cold drop it in Rob's inbox. Just saying. Brent, JPC or SPC assaulter setup lightweight? I do like the JPC. You got a JPC hanging right over there. Biblical Bangers with Drew Tucker. Good timber. Already subscribed, Brent. Always enjoy Drew's Message by Joe Saunders, another Patreon. Oh, no. We will not do Georgia. Not here in Florida. We will not do Georgia.
So that's on your playlist?
No, that was just what was next on
It's
YouTube.
all right.
It's not on my playlist. I would never have anything Georgia on my playlist. My dad wouldn't allow to have it.
Walking in
Well,
dirty, playing
Except
Georgia,
for,
singing.
except for a few, like the devil goes down to Georgia.
That's exactly where the devil goes, because he knows to stay out of Florida.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging around this Thursday night. Thanks for jumping around, making it all happen. We are going to download this, upload it to the Tier 1 podcast for later. But for now, you got it on Truth in the Dark. We're going to go around the room as we always do for the final word. Joe, what do you got?
No, thanks for having me, man. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming, man. And thanks for being a Patreon member and supporting us. Thanks for showing up to the show. I love it when Patreon members show up to the show. It's awesome.
Get that Florida fresh air while you can.
That's
Some freedom here.
Drew, what do you got, brother?
Oh, hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, even with all the problems that we had, thanks to YouTube. And thanks for all of you who joined and liked my channel. I'll give it the best I can in the future, I promise you. And go to frcc.shop, get yourself some cigars and coffee, and support first responders with every drink and every smoke. We couldn't do the things we do without you. So thank you.
Magnet, what do you got?
Oh man, thanks again for having me in the hot seat. I get a lot of encouragement now off camera for being on the hot seat, but appreciate you guys for following us, and go check me out on lionarmsusa.com and lion_arms on Instagram. Thanks for the support.
I love it. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.